This is Diaspora Connect. I am coming back and I am doing a vertical live on my computer. On my phone. So thank you so much for taking the time to view my channel and my content and come check out this live. And so, my second time doing this, got to repeat everything I said initially on the last live that I deleted by you because the volume was not good. Hopefully you can hear me. If you are able to hear me, please put a 1 in the chat to let me know that my volume is okay before I start running my mouth. Hey fam, shalom, salama, peace, hello, welcome, Habari. Thank you so much. Dennis Reed, welcome in the room. Welcome to the live. Decided to do a live. This is my second time doing this. I tried an hour ago. Things didn't work out, but I'm back. So, what's going on, fam? Like, we are right now at World War. You're welcome. We're in World War. Thank you. we are in World War III, y'all. It's happening. I think I just did a video about this. And it's crazy because the videos I've been doing, I've been talking about this, and people are like, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. Oh, she lying. She don't know what she talk. Look what we got going on right now. Look what the president of the United States just did. Bomb Iran. 3 nuclear plants he bombed, and they all hit. So this is war, fam. We're at a war right now. So the crazy part I was saying in the last video is he's in the bunker protected, fam. We're the ones, our people, I can say we because I'm in Tanzania. I left America back in July 2020, and I moved to Tanzania, Africa, so I'm here safe and sound. But in America, like the citizens are the ones that's going to be at stake. He in the bunker somewhere. He in a bunker somewhere using the joystick playing Galaxy. He using the joystick playing, pushing buttons and playing games, and he's protected. But not the citizens walking around, breathing the air, depending on these people to feed us over there and provide for us. And he's putting people's lives at stake here. This is just not okay. This is just not okay. But it has happened. And so, also flights are being halted right now. Flights are being paused right now. So most of the U.S. airlines, U.S. airlines are halting flights. United Airlines, American Airlines, United, and Delta, they're halting or pausing flights. So if people are scheduled to travel and leave now, they can't leave right now. And also in the Middle East, the airspace is not available. So I guess it's like they cut off travel through the airspace in the Middle East. That's cut off. So people can't travel through the Middle East. So if they are going somewhere, they have to find another route. So, excuse me, all of this is like unexpected and not for me though, because I've been warning people, and people are coming to my channel talking about she don't know what she's talking about. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just a warning, and it's for you to prepare. It's not to fear monger. Like people say, oh, she's trying to fear monger. Well, it's happening now. So it's very disheartening to me. I woke up to this news and I just couldn't believe. I don't know why I couldn't believe it, but I was shocked. I was stunned because the POTUS made a speech saying he was going to, it was online that he said he'll wait 2 weeks and think about it. It was only 2 days, fam, 2 days. 2 days, so you been knew that you was going to strike. It wasn't no 2-week situation. You been knew that you was going to strike. So why is these people not preparing us for this? The only people preparing for this is the military. They got trucks riding all around, doing all kind of stuff. They got on their hazmat suits and stuff. They need to be preparing the citizens for this, so the citizens can get the hazmat suits, the masks for the chemical warfare that might take place, nukes flying here and there. Like I've been saying that this day would come, and I guess some people just didn't want to face reality, but it's here. And so now, guess what? People are waiting to see what Iran gonna do. And Iran made a threat already. They're going to retaliate against the U.S. But guess what? The president is safe. He's in a bunker somewhere. He's protected. The citizens are the ones that's out in the open, that's going to be impacted or affected. So this is very sad and disturbing, and just war is the worst. War is the worst thing. People, lives will be lost, and lives, yeah, it's just terrible, terrible, terrible. So I don't know what people can do at this point, but pray. People can just pray at this point, ask the Father to protect them, ask the Father to tell them where to go, to lead them and guide them. And I don't know if you live by any kind of nuclear plants, you might want to move. I don't know. You live by Washington, D.C., you might want to move. You live by the White House, the Pentagon, you might want to move. I don't know, because they got targets that they're going to be looking at. The military bases, the White House, the Pentagon, the nuclear plants, like all those areas are targets. So move away, fam, if you can. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just terrible. It's a terrible thing. I just woke up to this and I hate this. And no, I'm not there, but hear me now? This is so crazy. I'm having so many technical difficulties. Can you hear me okay now? I unplugged my put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay. Okay, that's it. Okay. I have my microphone plugged in, and it's always something with my technology family. It does not want me to get this message out, does not want me to get the chat with you guys about this, which these things because you live over there in the States anyway, but I'm all the way over here in Tanzania, Africa, but I'm watching and I'm praying for you guys. Pray, family. Pray, pray, pray. Ask the Father where you should go. Ask Him for protection around you and your family, because when them missiles start flying, the missiles don't have nobody's, ain't no specific, you don't know where they might go. You don't know where those missiles might go. And, Iran have technology too. They got nuclear missiles. They got stuff too. So this is not okay, family. It's not okay. It's just, yeah, it's so, this is just not good, because it's putting the citizens' life at stake. Only for the Middle East, for Israel? You're doing all this for Israel? Are you serious? You you jeopardizing U.S. citizens' life for Israel, who started the fight, who bombed Iran first, and now we done been drugged into this fight, and we don't have nothing to do with this, and the citizens are sitting here, and they're not telling us a lot. They only telling each other. The government is only talking to the military. They ain't talking to the citizens, warning us we need to prepare. But how come the NATO, the European Union people, other nations in NATO, they was warning their people? France and Italy, all of them, they warning their people, but nobody's warning us here in the U.S., there in the U.S. It's wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong that they're not warning us so we can get prepared to, stock up or move away from certain targets. I know they have an idea of what targets there are. They should be telling us this. Y'all they making it seem like the military is just there for the immigrants or the migrants. They're not just there to get the migrants out. They're there to do other things too. They knew that they would strike Iran. They knew that they would do this, but they didn't tell us. So you just leave us as sitting ducks and do stuff like this, and our life is at stake. You in the bunker somewhere. You under the ground somewhere. Like, it's just make it make sense. I tell you, make it make sense. So I guess we just sitting and waiting for the strike. We sitting and waiting to see the missiles come flying over there. And if you are outside of the U.S. and you live internationally, move as far away from an embassy as possible. I've said that already. Move away from an embassy. Move away from a U.S. military base. Move away, move away, move away. Don't live nowhere near. Move away. As we speak, you should be moving to another place, further away, as far away as you can. They have a U.S. embassy here in Tanzania, but it's far from me. I knew when I moved here I wasn't going to live by no kind of U.S. embassy, military base, nothing. Now, Kenya has a U.S. military base. That's not good. That's not good. But they do. So people got to be aware of that. If you in Kenya, you're moving to Kenya, they got a U.S. military base there. And because of this, the U.S. can be a target. They could be a target. They already hit the embassy in Tel Aviv. Iran hit the U.S. embassy in Tel Aviv already. So just have to be aware. You have to be aware and alert, no matter where you live, all across the world. But I don't know what you can do at this point in the U.S. because what can you do besides pray? Pray, 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 pray. Ask the Father to protect you and your family. Get your life right with the Father, because you don't know these missiles. I don't know if they got names on them. They can affect anybody. When they go flying around, they can affect anybody. Also, there could be false flags. There could be false flags because some administrations, they like war. Some administrations like war. That's the red horse in Revelation, is war. Some people like killing. Some people like war. And so something can happen and it can be like, it could be like a false flag and be like, Iran did this, start attacking. It could be anything. Like, I don't trust the government. I don't trust the government because they don't care about the people. They bombed us, Black Wall Street in Tulsa. They bombed this own citizen with a bomb. The government did. The black people. What you think they're going to do? I mean, what's stopping them from doing that? Nothing. All these false flags, all these lies, and 9/11, a false flag, and the way they did Gaddafi. Like, yeah, it's like people know this, and people are not going to be standing with the U.S. France and Italy, all of them, they beefing with the U.S. even though they NATO. They're not going to fight. They're not going to come to her rescue. They're not going to come to her rescue. So you just got to know this. Just got to know the plan. I don't know what you can do at this point. Somebody had mentioned that they pulled all the passports, so people are not. I don't think they're allowing people to get passports anymore. Hopefully, you got your passport. I'm just hoping you do. If you don't, then pray. I mean, I don't know what else. I don't know what else our people could do. Um, and I knew this day would come, family, which is why I left when I did. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. I just knew that things wouldn't be okay in the U.S., so I left when I did. And I've been in Tanzania for 5 years. So it's not the best, but it's not, it has its ups and downs, I mean, but I love it. It's peaceful. We don't have no fighting, no warring, no nothing like that. So I'm grateful, but I still I pray for my family in the U.S. I pray for all my brothers and sisters. Yeah, war is never good. War is never good, especially when we starting it. We starting it. We're bringing war to our doorstep. We're bringing war to our own country, willingly doing this. Because you protected, so you can be in your bunker with your joystick, playing war games, while everybody else is out in the open, breathing the air, eating the food. So you don't really care. You starting something, you don't really care about the lives of these people, of the citizens. You think it's terrible. It's just not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. So, yeah, I just wanted to chat about it because I did do a video. Are you prepared for war? I did not even know what was coming. I didn't know this was coming. So it's kind of like, wow, I was kind of like ahead of the wave. Just to get people to think, because so many people will come to my videos when I did a video about martial law in the black community. And people were like, oh, she lying, this and that. Ever since I did the video, you've been seeing military all up and down in the U.S. everywhere. And people don't understand that's martial law. Whenever the military starts policing domestically, that's martial law. And your constitutional rights and your civil rights are suspended because they're policing. So whatever they aim to do, anyone that stands in their way, they can unalive them, they can do anything and get away with it. They're just coming out and saying that, but I've been through that, and I did a video about that. I did a video called Rex 84, Readiness Exercise 84. That's what that is. Once that military starts policing, then your constitutional rights are suspended. So you don't have no rights, basically. They do whatever they want. And so I was trying to warn, but I was attacked. You don't know what you're talking about. You're lying. You're making it up. Now the people can see it's going on right as we speak. And I feel for the people who have flights that they book flights, because now they're pausing flights. People are trying to leave. Now they shutting everything down. Now you done shot missiles in the Middle East, and they done locked their airspace down, and now they gonna try to lock the airspace in the U.S. down. The people ain't gonna be able to get out if they want to. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to chat about. I'm like, this is very disturbing, family. Oh, this is very disturbing. It bothers me, and I'm not even there. I'm just worried about our people. So I want to do this live and chat and encourage you to pray, family. If you have any kind of belief in the uncreated creator, our maker, our father, the great I am, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, pray. Ask him to help you, show you where to go and how to plan and just all this stuff, because you don't know what might happen in the atmosphere, if there are missiles flying or landing, or you don't know you don't know what to expect. And I guess the U.S. has somewhat of a dome, some kind of dome to protect it, supposedly like Israel, but I don't know if that's going to be sufficient, because Iran has nuclear missiles, so yeah. People said that they saw pictures of the missiles that the U.S. dropped in Iran, and it was the mushroom cloud that they saw. I didn't see it. I don't even know if I want to see it because that scares me a lot when I see stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, family, we are praying for you over there. Pray for us over here. Nobody's out of everybody gonna be involved in that because you got a lot of people that's siding with uh, Iran, the Islamic people, the Muslim people, and they everywhere. They in a lot of the African countries. They all throughout the Middle East, um, and so they are siding with Iran, and so we're in these different countries where these people are siding with Iran and we are U.S. citizens. So the good thing is if you're in Africa, you can blend in, right? So if you are in Africa, they won't necessarily know that you're a U.S. citizen unless you like make it known. But yeah, at this point, we need to be blending in, especially if you live in Africa. At this point, you need to be blending into the environment. Now, if you are outside of the U.S. and you're in these other countries where people don't look like you, then you might stand out, like a sore thumb, and then you don't know who, like, you don't know whose side people on. You don't know what side the citizens in those countries are on. Are they with Iran? Are they with the U.S.? You don't know. So you want to make sure that you blend in if you can. And then especially if you live in Africa, you want to make sure you blend in and you want to make sure you speak that language. Speak you some Swahili. If you speak that English, if you're in Tanzania, you speak you some Swahili. If you don't speak Swahili well, whisper. You don't speak loud English, whisper. You want to blend in. You don't want everybody turning around looking at you because you don't know what side some people are on. You don't know if they're Islamic. You don't know if they're Muslim. You don't know. You don't know. So you want to make sure that you are safe. You don't want to stand out. You want to blend in. You want to move away from these embassies. You want to try to speak whatever language they speak in your country, or you want to you don't want to make yourself look obviously like I'm from America. I'm from America. Yeah, you don't want to do that at this point. Yeah, and even when you're going through these borders and you're traveling, you don't even know what to expect. You don't know how you're gonna be received when you hit these borders. You don't know if people are going to be nice to you. You don't know if people are going to be nasty to you because POTUS done made so many enemies. So when you do travel and you show that passport, they might be smiling and everything. When they see that passport, that smile might turn into a frown. You never know. So yeah, just got to be mindful of these things, be safe. Um, I don't know what else. I don't know what else that we can do. People are actually waiting at this point to see what Iran is going to do. That's like nerve-wracking. You just sitting there waiting to see what this other country is going to do because you just bombed that country. Your country just bombed another country and you just waiting. You living a life and just waiting and staying by the internet, the news and the online to see if they're saying anything or if something's going to happen. Because once it happens, it's going to be done. It's going to be kind of like too late to try to, what can you do? Nothing you can really do. So, but wait and see, I guess. So, yeah, I just wanted to do this live because I haven't done one in a little while. And I wanted to talk about this because it was on my mind and I just wanted to chat and just kind of get it out there. And I know I'm not there because people are like, yeah, you're not here. Why are you talking about this? Why are you talking about? Because I'm still a citizen. I'm outside of the country, but that don't mean that it won't affect me. What goes on over there is going to affect us too, the ones who live outside of the U.S. The U.S. dollar, everything, that's going to affect all of us, whether we live in the U.S. or not. So it is important, and we are paying attention. The whole world is paying attention. So you can't expect that the U.S. citizens that lives outside of the country to not pay attention when you have people from other countries paying more attention than I am. You got people on the continent of Africa, they paying a lot of attention. You got people in, Australia and all over the world, Japan, China, everybody's paying attention. So why do you not expect a U.S. citizen to pay attention to what's going on over there in the U.S. family? Come on now. When you make those comments, it don't sound too intelligent. Why are we worried about what's going on over there since we left? Since we ran from there, we left because it's still going to affect us. That's why. And because we got family over there. Everybody that leave, the whole family don't go with them. They still got loved ones over there. Hi. Hi, Chris, Kim, Coy. Hi. So we have family over in the U.S. We got loved ones over there. So that's why we're talking about it. That's why we're concerned about it. That's why it's a big deal. So it's not just me. It's a lot of us here, but many of us have relatives. We got parents, brothers and sisters, children, uncles, cousins, a lot of family members. So yes, we're still concerned. I mean, for me, I feel some kind of way because I've been warning and warning and warning people and my family members and trying to encourage them to come out and come here, but just at least leave. Just so you have a safe place or you have like a backup place to go in case something like this breaks out. And I've been warning. So if something happens, you'll have another place to go. But now it's almost like people are kind of stuck, I think, right now because of the shutdown. And I knew that would happen. The airspace and stuff would be shut. Missiles flying, family. You know airspace going to be shut down because what the U.S. did was when the airspace was open, they flew those missiles over there. And then they flew those missiles over there and they came right back. Then they paused all flights. That's dirty. That is so dirty. And they made an agreement. They were supposed to have a peace agreement with Iran. That was the U.S. supposed to have a peace agreement with Iran, and then they didn't comply. They lied. They didn't stick with the agreement. Why you think Iran was open for them to be able to do that? Because they had an agreement, and then they went against it. So they lied. They lied to them folk. Yeah. Yes, it should be concerning to everybody because everybody gonna be impacted by World War III. Everybody, because countries are going to be taking sides, family. Countries are going to be taking sides. So guess what? If you from the U.S. and you in a country where they taking sides with Iran, guess what? You don't think you're gonna be a target? You don't think your embassy gonna be a target? You don't think your military base is gonna be a target? Come on now, be realistic. Think logically. Come on now. Yes. So it's going to affect everybody. So we got to all be on code, on code with prayer because the only one that can save us is our Maker. Family, at this point, is our Maker. That's it. He going to be the one to say, move that missile start flying. He going to be able to direct that missile. Oh, don't go over there. My people over there. Go on that side. Oh, that ain't gonna happen right there because my people over there go on that side. It's in his hands at this point. It's in our Maker's hands, family, at this point. It's nothing that we can do no more. They've been took our rights away from us. They've been took, it wasn't up to us. That's why I've been doing videos and I've been saying online, like we as Black Americans don't have nothing to do with this. We're not okay with this. So don't be, please, when you see us and we come to them borders, please, we don't have nothing to do with this. Like I've been saying that. Like, cause it don't have nothing to do with us. This war stuff don't have nothing to do with us Black people. We just caught up in the middle of all this drama. It don't have nothing to do with us. We didn't do it. We didn't push no button. We didn't agree to nothing. So we don't have anything to do with it. So our hands are clean. But I just hope that when we trying to go to these different countries, these people will be okay with us and nobody won't be, beefing with us like that. Russia and China will join. That's right. Yup. Chris, Kim, yup. Russia and China will. Yup. I said that. I was like, you got Iran, Russia, and China, because they already said who they backing. Who the U.S. got? Who they got? NATO, them other ones, they don't even get along. They don't get along with their brothers and sisters. Because, the NATO, they all brothers and sisters. They don't even get along with each other. You think that they're gonna risk their life to come over here to help us, the U.S.? I ain't gonna say us, the U.S. No, they're not, family. They're not gonna help. U.S. gonna be the Lone Ranger, standing solo. And if y'all think the Creator is gonna help America, you got another thing coming. No, no, no. You got another thing coming. He ain't gonna step in and protect like he used to because of the wickedness and because of the sin and because of the killing of black people and because of killing the children of Israel and because of abortion and because of homosexuality. He's not gonna get involved and protect the U.S. like he used to. Yeah, that time is done. That time is done. So, U.S. is kind of standing on her own. I didn't want to be there while she's standing by herself. I just wanted to make sure I was somewhere else outside of that place. And I could watch it, but I didn't want to be over there because I already knew that this day would come. I knew this day would come. I just didn't think it was going to come this soon. I thought we had a little bit more time before this came. I thought our people had a little bit more time to come out. I thought our people had a little bit more time to think about and plan to come out. But apparently not, because we don't always know the time of how things progress. It's progressing very quickly, very quickly. So it's really, really sad. And hey, okay, let's see. This is biblical time right here because this World War III could be a catalyst to the New World Order. Yeah, what is going on? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very true. Very true. Did y'all hear about the earthquake that, was it an earthquake? The earthquake that hit northern Iran? And the earthquake hit kind of close to one of their nuclear plants. It was in northern Iran. So look that up when you get a chance. But I saw that yesterday. It said an earthquake. So, and then some people was like, oh, it's God saying leave the fake Israel's in the Middle East alone. That definitely wasn't the reason that it hit. It might have tried to slow them down, but not because of no fake Israel in the Middle East. Not because of the Jewish people in the Middle East, the Israelis. Definitely not because of them. They don't even subscribe to our Father. They don't subscribe to our Maker. Yeah, they don't respect our Messiah. So no, it's not for them. It definitely wasn't for them. But this is definitely biblical times. This is the red horse in the book of Revelations, war. The red horse is war, and war is never good. It's never okay because it's a lot of death. It's a lot of death, and war is just never good. I mean, with our soldiers and it's just not good, fam. It's not good. It's not good. So, I mean, I don't know why they're so quick to try to go to war with folk. Try to so quick to do stuff like this. Like, I don't know. Is this I don't know what this is. Well, I do know what it is, but it's just not okay. It just doesn't make sense. You're putting people's lives at stake, innocent people's lives in jeopardy because you want to shoot a missile and get involved in a fight that had nothing to do with you. If they did something to us, that's one thing. But you doing something to people that didn't even do nothing to us. And then you had a peace agreement. You had negotiations. You had peace negotiations with Iran. Then you just null and void it. You're not a person of your word. You make an agreement and you just break it. So you a liar then. You a liar. So if he makes some promises to you, you can't believe that. The POTUS make promises to you, you can't believe that. Because he ain't gonna keep it. They say whatever they gotta say. And the same thing with the Jewish people, and they do the same thing. They make promises and agreements with different countries. They don't stand behind what they say. They lie. And when you lie like that, you can't believe nothing those people say because they lie so much. They lie about everything. And I'm upset about that, y'all. So upset. So upset about this. Because it don't make no sense. Mr. Good. pray for us over here in South. Yes, I'm praying for everybody over there, Mr. Good. I'm praying. I'm praying. I'm praying. I'm like, Father. When I heard y'all, when I heard that Trump sent those missiles over there and they landed, I started praying. I said, Father, have mercy. That's the only thing I could say. Family, that's the only thing I could say. I was like, Father, please, for my sake, have mercy on our people, please. That's the only thing I could say, because what else can you say? What else can you say? Nothing else. Like, Father, please do something. I'm like, Father, please do something. Because this don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. We shouldn't be at war we getting in somebody else's fight that started it. We getting in somebody else's fight who started the fight. It don't make sense, family. Now we sending troops, we doing this, we doing that, and yeah. John Jay, we are well past, yeah, I calculated this week. We are past, we are definitely. It's time. It's definitely time. Definitely time. It is definitely time. Yeah, it's just, even though I know what's going to happen and I know it's time, but still, I'm like, it didn't have to happen like this. We didn't have to go down this road. We did not have to go down this road, family. It didn't have to be like this. I mean, some people just love war. They love fighting. Some people are just not peace-like people, peaceful people. Some people just love the fighting and with people and killing people and shooting people and all that stuff. That's, I don't like that stuff. It's so wrong, because you got innocent people that's going to be impacted by this. So people are waiting to see, like, what's going to happen. And that's the part that's, like, kind of, like, scary or whatever. Like, you just waiting to see what Iran going to do. Everybody on the edge of their seat, waiting. Like, what are we waiting for? Waiting to see a missile come flying? That's what we waiting on? Because that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen for sure. A missile going to come flying. Just don't know where it's going to hit. If it's going to hit wherever the target is. If you live in Washington, you need to be hightailing it out of Washington, D.C., family. You'll be trying to get away. Go visit somebody for a while. Washington, it's crazy. It's crazy, family. So I just feel bad that people can't really fly right now. I know I've talked to some people and they got flights. They got flights that are coming. Some people are coming like next week and in 2 weeks. People got like tickets to leave. People got tickets to leave. So what happened in New York with the Twin Towers? Yeah, that was a false flag. And that probably happens, that'll probably happen again. And then it'll happen, and then they'll say that Iran did it. And then it'll give people a reason to start shooting each other up. Oh my goodness. It's so sad. It's so sad. This war thing, this war thing is terrible. Yeah, that was an eye-opener. But, it ain't nothing new, because they've been bombing. They bombed Black Wall Street. The government bombed our people, our community. They used their own missile bomb for our community, their own citizens. They bombed their own citizens. It won't be the first time. It won't be the first time. People died and stuff was destroyed, and it won't be the first time. Just wicked, demonic people. Evil, like to see death. people dying and dead. Yes. Just demonic. Fallen angel devils. That's what I say. Because that's who runs the U.S. It's a hidden hand behind the U.S. The president don't run the U.S. There's another group that runs the U.S. And they're not human. And I know some people might not believe that. They're not human beings, fam. They're fallen angels. Fallen angels are real. They the one taught man how to make nuclear bombs and stuff to poison the atmosphere and kill everybody. They taught man how to do that. The Creator didn't teach man how to do that. How you think man figured out ways to destroy each other? Weapons. Weapons of mass destruction. The fallen angels taught them that. High technology weapons. AI stuff. Those robots that not only online, but the ones that's the physical ones that can hurt you. The physical the cars that can drive you off a cliff. The robots that you think is your girlfriend or your boyfriend, they can turn on you. Just like our robot. These things have been taught by these fallen angels. They taught man how to do these things, to hurt each other, to kill each other. That's what it's coming down to. Those movies are real, fam. Those sci-fi movies are real. Yeah, it's real. So people might be like, oh, she crazy, this and that. Well, it's happening like I was saying. It's going on right now. It's going on right now. Martial law, it's happening. You whether you know it or not. And it's a war. So those are things I've been warning about. And I don't know if you read the Bible, but in the book of Revelations, it talks about Mystery Babylon. And Mystery Babylon is going to be destroyed by fire and then drop into the bottom of the sea. Yeah, that's the U.S. family. That's the end. That's her end. Not right now, but that's her end. That's what's going to be the end. So you can't think you're going to have a future there. You can't think you're going to have a house and build a house and land and this and that. It's going to be destroyed. Don't waste your time. But it's good to do it now because you can grow food and vegetables and all that for your family. But just know that it's going to be destroyed eventually. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Vigar. Welcome. Talking about this war. And, this war that was started for no reason, for just to start a war, just to be mean, just to be evil and wicked, and put other people's lives at stake. Yeah. Put people's lives at stake because you want to fight in a war. You want to kill each other. It ain't the first time these Europeans been killing each other. They've been killing each other from day one. And they started killing Africans. They started killing indigenous people. This ain't the first time. This is who they do. This is who they are. This is what they do. They like war. They like people. They like to see people die. Good morning, David. Good morning from Fresno. Good morning. Yeah, talking about this war we in right now, World War III. We didn't have to be in it. We didn't have to have nothing to do with it. We could have been safe, but no. People like war. This, certain men like war. Men of war. They like to fight and kill each other. They like to see how many people they can kill, how many people they can, nuclear bombs that they can, it make me angry, family. It just make me mad. Well, David from Fresno, everybody is going to be impacted by World War III. But I was talking about America being destroyed. It's in the Bible. That's what I was talking about. Mystery Babylon is America. Go to the book of Revelations and you'll see what happens to her. For all the world has gotten drunk off the wine of Babylon, Mystery Babylon. Because Babylon is the house of bondage. And so it is America. And her ending is she's going to be burned with fire and dropped into the sea. That's the end. That's the ending of America. And so no prayers, nothing can stop it because it's prophecy. It ain't talk about Tanzania. It ain't talking about Africa because Africa served her punishment. Africa was under a curse or under a punishment. That's why Africa was so poor. But Africa has served her punishment. The same with the children of Israel. They served their punishment already. 400 years have come and gone. Now they're free. They never said in the Bible that Africa would be destroyed forever. But it did say Mystery Babylon will be destroyed because of her abominations, her sins, basically. Homosexuality, abortion, and the gamut, murder and hanging of the children of Israel, enslaving, hanging, everything that she's done is her judgment, basically. It's her judgment. Yeah, it makes me sick too. John J, hey. Yeah, so it's a judgment, and it's in the Bible. It's not me saying that. It's not me. Read the book of Revelations. It'll tell you. It talks about Mystery Babylon. It tells you everything she's done to the whole world. She's pillaged and stole and robbed and done everything to the whole world. The whole world has drunken of her abominations. So the Most High wants her removed from his face. So how do you remove somebody completely from your face? You just, they are removed. They are destroyed. So it's not necessarily the people, but it's the country. But if you love the country and you want to hang on to her and you think that she won't be destroyed, then you might have to go down with the ship. That's kind of how it goes. She will rise up and crush you beneath her feet, beneath her heel. Who will rise up and crush you beneath her heel? Because that's not, yeah, that's not, we talking Mystery Babylon. We talk about the one that's going to get burned with fire, possibly a nuclear weapon, and then dropped into the sea. And not only that, her enemies are going to enslave her. Her enemies, which is China and Russia, are going to come and enslave her and take slaves back to their country to build their country up. Just like the black Africans that they stole from Africa to come over and build up the country. The same thing the Americans, the white people, the Americans are going to do. They're going to be taken to China and Russia to be slaves to build that up. Same thing that happened to the Africans. The same thing going to happen here in America. There in America. Same thing. And the end result will be destroyed with a fire, which is a nuclear weapon, and dropped into the bottom of the sea. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. So yeah, so that is why you see it progressing like this. This war is the Medes against Esau. That's what's going on. Esau is the people in the Middle East, the white people, the Jewish people. And then the Medes are the Iranians. So this is in the Bible as well. They're going to fight each other. And all the nations that enslaved us, they're going to start fighting each other. Mm-hmm. We just have to be righteous. We just have to, the children of Israel, that's when I say we, black people, African people, Negroes. We got to be, especially in America, we got to be righteous. We're going to be saved, but we got to be righteous. If we wicked, then I don't know. That might not be a guarantee unless you repent. If you fornicating, cussing, lying, smoking, drinking, fighting, stealing, whatever, against the commandments, then you might not be protected. When that missile come flying over there, you might not be protected. Your family might not be protected. So you better try to get your life right, so the Father can make sure that the angels protect you. Because there are angels protecting certain people, you know. Angels are real, demons are real. This is a spiritual battle that we got going on. I know we see it with our physical eyes, but it's all spiritual, fam. So we got to be in the right place, on the right side. You got to pick a side. Whose side you going to be on? You going to be on the Most High side, or you going to be on Hashatan, the devil, Satan, the dragon, the serpent? You going to be on his side, or you going to be on the Father's side? You got to pick a side. You got to pick a side. Hello, hello. Don wrote out mine. Yeah, yeah, Africa. Yeah. America finna crumble and fall. You got that right. Do you use the Ethiopian Bible? Okay. AI says it's a Genesis 3:15. Um, I don't have an Ethiopian Bible, but I use just the King James version of the Bible. And so, I mean, this is for people who want to know what's going on because it's all in the Bible. It's all in the Bible. This and so the thing is, when you worship other gods, if you worship pagan gods that are not of our Father, then your pagan gods can tell you what's going on. Your ancestors, your dead ancestors that be talking to you, and these idols like Buddha and the Nubis or whatever the Egyptian gods, those gods can't talk to you and tell you what's going on. They can't tell you why is U.S. at war. Why are the viruses coming? Why is earthquakes happening? See, they can't tell you none of that, right? But our Elohim, the one who created everything, he the one created the other guys. He created everything. It's in his word why everything is going to be happening. He says it's going to be wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, natural disasters, diseases and plagues. All of that is in the Bible. So it's telling you why. If you see people with HIV and this and syphilis and this, that, stuff that can't be cured. Stuff that can't be cured. Those are what you call plagues. And it comes to wicked people. Some people are innocent, but it comes due to sin. When I say wicked, meaning it comes due to sin. So if you fornicating, if you out there now, if you married and your husband doing whatever, that's wrong. But at the same time, the Father's there. Talk to him. He can heal anybody, anything. He the one created you. He created you. He can heal you for whatever plague, disease, whatever. But you gotta get your life right. You gotta live righteously. So this is a time for people to come back to him. This is a time for people to repent, turn from their sins, repent, and turn away and ask him, Father, if this missile coming over here, protect me and my family. I'm trying to get my life right with you, Father. I'm sorry for this. I need your protection for me and my family. So that's kind of the conversation we need to have with our Maker, our Father, our Creator. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. It's all in the Bible, fam. It's in the book of Revelations. There are a lot of people online teaching about it too, about this war, about Mystery Babylon, aka America, aka the house of bondage. You see the pyramid on the money and the eye. All that's like Egyptian, Babylonian stuff. So it's Mystery Babylon. So, and the beast, the seat of the beast is in the U.S., fam. The seat of the beast. Yes, the beast system is going to be everywhere. The beast system is going to be everywhere in the world, right? But the seat of the beast is in the U.S. And why do you think the seat of the beast is in the U.S.? Because there are fallen angels that run the country, family. Fallen angel devils. Like in the book of Revelations, when they got kicked out of heaven and they came down here to earth. Woe to those on the earth, because the devil has come down. He's running amok. This world is his. He's running this world right now. So his seat is in the U.S. and then it's dispersed out to try to control other people. You know how the U.S. try to control other countries, the continent of Africa. They want to try to control everybody, try to make them do this and do that, or threaten sanctions, this, that. They want to control everybody. That's where the beast system is set up. The chip, what you call it, the mark of the beast chip, all that's in Washington, fam. It's in America. It's the seat of the beast, fam. The seat of the beast. That's right, Fresno. That's right. It's hard for people to hear this because they love America so much. I've been out with America, family. Yes, I'm born and raised there, but I've been out because I already know how wicked they are. They don't care nothing about me. They never cared about us. Look how they treated us all our life. When have they ever cared about us? And the things that we got from them, like people say, oh, you should be grateful because of all the blessings. The blessings that we got from the U.S., guess what, family? Our ancestors fought and died for them. And we the one made the country great. It was made great off the backs of our ancestors. Free labor. All these companies are rich because of cotton, sugar, stuff we picked. So anything we get, whether it's a passport, whether it's money, 401k, retirement, anything we get, that's due to us and more. We deserve reparations. So don't nobody say to me, oh, you should be grateful for what U.S. did for you. U.S. didn't do nothing for me. What we did for the U.S., we built it up. The backs of slaves, we built the White House, family. We built the White House. So no, they was rich because of us. That's why they was rich. So no, absolutely not. They wouldn't have been able to do that without us. Who was going to feed their kids? Who was going to nurse their kids? Black women nurse their kids, clean their house, cook for them, built up, our men built up everything. Who was going to do that? They too lazy. They weren't going to do that. Yeah, come on now. Be realistic. Be realistic. So, yeah, they owe me more money than what I already got. I need my reparations. I need my reparations now. I need my money. I got a lot of stuff I want to do over here in Africa. I need my money. I need my reparations, family. So that's what they think they didn't do nothing. My ancestors paid a price for where we are today and what we have today. That's why we are able to even travel outside of the country, because our ancestors died for the right for us to be able to get a passport to travel. So that's another right that we have, is to leave. We don't have to stay if we don't want to. We can choose to stay or we can choose to go. I chose to go. I chose to go. And I don't regret it. And I've been here 5 years. I just wish I would have left sooner. But timing is, timing is what it is. Timing is what it is. Family, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get this video in circulation. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you about the flights being paused. So make sure if you got any flights coming up that you call the airline to make sure before you go all the way there and they say, oh, it was canceled or paused or whatever they say. Hopefully everybody got passports. Hopefully, because that's going to be something that you may need at this point for identifications and stuff. Yeah, so just pray. Take care of your family. Love each other. Stand with each other. You see somebody hungry, try to feed them, try to help them out. Don't let our people be out there desolate on the street, hungry, because ain't nobody going to have our people back but us. You got a farm, you got food, maybe bless our people that's, that need to have food. There's people living in cars and vans and all this different stuff. And with all this possible nuclear, all this possible missile launch, all this, we got our people living outside. We got our people living in cars and vans and stuff like that. And it's just, yeah. Yeah, I never seen anything like that. Anything, the way our people are like living out there like that. I never could imagine that we would, be at that point where people are living like in their cars and their vans and all that stuff. I mean, I could have been one in a situation like that as well, because I could have lost my job. I had a Fortune 500 job at, I worked for Ford Motor Credit Company. I could have lost my job and I could have been outdoors outside somewhere too. So it could have happened to me too. I just left. That's right. So that's why I'm like kind of glad that I did leave, because it's a lot less here to live here. In a lot of the countries, developing countries outside the U.S. is a lot less to live, survive. Like, because what I pay for this, what I pay here for rent and stuff, I wouldn't be able to live anywhere over there. So with the little I have, I'm able to like take care of myself. So I do have a company, a business that I created, small business, consultation business, and I do other little things here and there, working on a land and building project and stuff. So, with the little bit I have, I'm able to do something, you know. But over there, I wouldn't have been able to. I probably would have had to live with someone. I'd have had to live with someone. You know, I could have been in that situation where I had to live out my car. I had a nice car when I was there, so. But still, I mean, who wants to, if you could have a choice, you know, who wants to be out there and the weather is not nice? It's kind of cold in some places. Here, where I am in Doris, it's always warm. But you can go to other places where it's a little cooler. But I'm in a warm climate. Hey, Joyce Ivy. Good morning. Have applications for passports. I believe that, Joyce. I believe that. Crypto, Bitcoin. I'm not into crypto or Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah, I'm not into that. I'm a 70s baby. I'm old school, old fashioned. So I ain't into that. Probably should have got into it, but I just don't have I really don't have the patience, to be honest. I think that's for younger people. Y'all got the desire and the drive and all that stuff. I don't. It just thinking about it just is like, that's too much for me. Yeah, that's too much. But yeah, I believe that about the passports now. They're trying to keep people from leaving, Joyce. Joyce was saying the passport office is no longer, oh, thank you. Thank you, IFAC. See, perspective. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think that they don't want people to leave. You know, they don't want people like she said the post office no longer had the passport applications. They don't want people to leave, and I'm hoping most people did get their passport already. I'm hoping that they did already, because people have been saying this for years. It's been 5 years since 2000, since COVID, and we were saying that when I left in 2020, and all of us were saying that, get your passports, get your passports, get your passports. So I'm hoping that a lot of people did get their passports. I'm hoping that a lot of people did do that, because now it's kind of, they're trying to stop it, and they're trying to stop travel too, because they're closing these, pausing these flights and closing down the airspace in the Middle East that's closed, and so it's restricting travel. You still may be able to drive though. So if you need to get to Canada, if you need to get to Mexico, you might be able to drive. But I don't know, because now the Mexican president is beefing with Trump, and the wall is there, and I don't know. I don't know if you want to, because, you know, got the Marines and all them folks at the southern border, so you might want to try Canada instead. But then Canada ain't okay. Canada ain't okay with the U.S. Everybody's just like mad at us right now. Yeah, it's me again. Oh, hey. I'm the same Black American out here in Arizona who has donated to you. Thank you so much. I wish I had the money to be able to move either Ghana or Kenya. Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. But just pray and see how the Father, you know, people be, you know, miracles happen. You know, I believe in miracles. I'm a miracle on how I've been here 5 years in Tanzania. I think it's a miracle for me, because I didn't know how I was going to be able to make it myself. I didn't know how things would go for me. But they've been going well, and I've been, you know, just steady, you know, improving. So things are working out, and I didn't know, so miracles do happen, fam. Don't give up hope. Have faith and still believe, and do what you can do on your end, you know. Do what you can do on your end to try to be safe and make sure you got, like, you know, your house secured and your food situation okay and your water. Make sure you got some masks, the little you know, gas mask things for the you know, atmosphere and stuff like that. Little things like that. Hopefully people have done that. Get you some walkie-talkies maybe, so you can communicate in case the grid goes down. We have a nice setup here in Tanzania for, well, I think it's all over the continent. And some of the other developing countries where they off-grid a lot. So they have things where you can manage being off-grid. Power goes out, you got solar stuff, you got the solar lamp, you got the stuff, the generators and stuff, different stuff that you can have to prepare for, you know, power outs or lights outs or stuff like that. Batteries for your flashlight, solar lamps, stuff like that. And hopefully it's not too late to get those things because of the tariffs and stuff like that. So hopefully people already ordered some things like that. Yeah, Kenya is booming right now. Kenya is booming right now. Right next door is booming. A lot of people are moving over there. A lot of people are coming to Tanzania too. Tanzania is just it's more off. It's more natural. I think it's more. It's not as developed, but it's a good place to. It's a good place to hide, family. Tanzania is a good place to hide. I'm not going to even lie. I am a security guard. That most of my work experience, gentrification is real here. I have been living in my vehicle. Yeah, I know. I FBACI perspective. I'm so sorry to hear that, but you doing what you got to do. And so I know that if I was there, I would probably be in that situation. Because I work for Ford, and I'm sure that they was doing some laying off too. And I could have been, if I didn't leave, I could have been in that situation where I just, because it's hard to find jobs and stuff now. So I'm just glad I left when I did, and I actually quit because I decided to stay here, so I quit. So instead of them letting me go, I just quit. So yeah, it's just changing so fast. It changed so quickly from 2019 to now. It's like a whole nother country. It's a whole nother country. It started with COVID, and it hasn't been the same, and it won't be the same. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. And the new administration, you know, I don't want to keep blaming that on the new administration because even if the woman was in there, I think it would still be some stuff going on too. It just would be different stuff. You know, it's just not, it's just, these people never cared about people. The country don't care about human beings. They don't value like life. They like to plan to depopulate people. They like to get rid of people. They're excited about depopulation. These people ain't human. These people are not human. They just want to see people no longer exist. So you can't trust your life in a country like that, around people like that, because they always plotting and planning to poison your food, your water, your air. You know, just take away your rights and get you stuck and dependent on them and just yeah. I saw that way back when. I'm like, yeah, I don't like it here. I was like, I don't like it here. And I would say that my family and friends would be like, are you for real? I'm like, yeah, for real. I said, I don't like it here. I want to leave. They couldn't believe it. They believe it now. You can believe that. They believe it now. They don't think I'm crazy now. They used to think I was crazy. Oh, she just crazy. Oh, she just crazy. Not now. They're not saying that now. They're like, she might have had a point. Hopefully, they planned some way of escape. Because they travel a lot, they travel places. Nobody really want to come to Africa, and that's fine. Just have another place to go outside of the U.S. That's what I tell people. Have another place. You don't have to leave for good if you don't want to, but now you probably would have been glad that you did leave for good and stop going back and forth and get stuck over there. So, yeah. But I feel like it's still going to be an opportunity for our people to be able to come out some kind of way. It's going to be an open window, open door for people to leave. I feel like the Father is going to provide a way for our people to escape. The people that want to get out is to have a way to get out. Good morning, Marcia. Good morning. So, y'all, let's keep in prayer about this Iran situation. We don't know what they're going to do. I don't know why we got involved in this, but we in it now, and what we can do is just stay in prayer and watch the skies. You might see, hopefully you won't see nothing, but hopefully, I don't know. It's like everybody's on like holding their breath, right? Holding their breath, like waiting to see what Iran gonna do. And that's a terrible feeling. Like, especially when you didn't do nothing to them. You like, Iran, we ain't do nothing to you. Please remember that we over here. We didn't do nothing to you. The black people, we didn't do nothing to you. Oh my gosh. But we all mingled and mixed in with these folks, family. Yeah, Marcia, it's not safe. It's not. That's what, even with us outside of the country, it's going to impact all of us. Because even I was telling people, if you, I think I did a video a couple of days ago, and I was telling people, if you live outside of the U.S., move away from the embassies, move away from the military base, the U.S. military, move away, because people are gonna be targeting our stuff everywhere, not only in the U.S. So it's gonna affect us. It's gonna affect everybody. This war is gonna affect everybody, because you got allies, people sticking with Iran. You got the Islamic, Arabic, or Arabs. We say Arabs in the States, but the Arabs, the Islamic and the Arab, they gonna stick with Iran no matter what, And it's a lot of them in Africa. It's a lot of them on the continent, and so, yeah, all of us. It could be concerning for all of us, in states and out of state. Hello, Jeritel. Hello, welcome. Yep. So we got to be mindful of all that, family, and prayerful. And it's you still got to live your life, but on the edge. You're going to be under this anxiety, but you don't want your health to be affected. So make sure you eat right. Make sure you eat fruit and vegetables. Get rid of that meat. Especially in the U.S. Eat you some fruit and vegetables. Build up your body. Get your mind right. Drink you some tea. Sit down. Get your thoughts together so you won't feel anxiety all the time. So your body won't be under anxiety all the time, because you living on the edge like that, it's just a constant, state of anxiety when you're awake. Only peace you get is when you sleep. And then when you wake up, you're constantly thinking. Is it going to be today? Is it going to be today? What's going to happen today? So just make sure that you take care of yourself, family. Pray for yourself and your family. Eat right. Change your diet. Even if you can't do nothing else, you don't have the money to do whatever. Start taking care of yourself. Start eating fruit and vegetables, building up your body. So if something happened in the atmosphere, and hopefully you got some masks. Hopefully you got the mask thing, gas mask thing for the atmosphere. Something like that, or make sure that you can do what you can do. All you can do is what you can do. But try to plan if you can. Try to prepare if you can. because when I was living there, I was kind of like a prepper a little bit. I was like putting stuff aside for emergencies. I had all this water, all these canned goods. I had bags. I had all kind of stuff I was just setting aside for emergencies because I was preparing because I didn't know. People have been saying we should be, preparing, prepping. So I was doing that myself even before I left. I was like, I need a walkie-talkie. I need a face mask, shield mask thing. Stuff like that. So, good morning. Good morning, Westside Trez. Good morning. So, prepare as much as you can. I don't want to instill fear in you, but this is a serious situation. I just can't. I can't deny that it isn't. I know you know because you over there. You in the West. But it's. Fear, we passed that point where somebody is instilling fear. This is what's going on, fam. This is what's going on. This man shooting missiles, hitting people's nuclear plants for no reason, putting our lives at stake, putting people's lives at stake. It's just, the words fail me. Because it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And these are supposed to be, like leaders or whatever. And I'm like, I know I'm a woman, and I'm like, y'all couldn't handle this no better than this? I'm like, wait a minute, man. Y'all running everything, right? This is a patriarchal situation going on here. Y'all couldn't do no better than this. Y'all couldn't sit down and talk. We couldn't sit down and come to some kind of consensus and agree and stick with it. What's going on? I'm in Africa. I'm in Tanzania. Yeah, he is much. Almost 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm in Tanzania. And, yeah, it's almost 7 p.m. So, it's almost 7 p.m. in Tanzania. So I'm looking at all this and I'm thinking, I'm listening to all this this Middle East with the Israelis and the Netanyahu and Ukraine and the US, all this, and I'm listening to these men and I'm like, how come things are not like getting along? People are not working together better than this. This is supposed to be a male dominated situation, but y'all ain't doing things correctly because you're putting people's lives at stake. Every single one of y'all putting people's lives at stake. Every single president is putting people's lives in jeopardy. And I'm like, what's going on? Did y'all need a woman in there to do something? Did y'all need a woman in there to do something? I ain't gonna blame it on the men, but I'm just saying, what are y'all doing? What's going on? What's going on? They being compelled. Yeah, they are being compelled. They are being compelled. I know that. And it's so spiritual, family. I know it's a spiritual battle because what happens in the spiritual realm manifests in the physical. So all this is very spiritual. But I'm just watching everything and I'm like, people ain't getting along. People are not handling things correctly. That's why I kind of admire the South African president when he came and talked to Trump and he got ambushed, and he kind of handled it a very mature way. He was kind of like the bigger person. It was disrespectful, but that's what he do. And I think the president kind of knew, the South African president knew that he was going to probably be, disrespectful because that's just what he do. So he wasn't shocked at that. He probably was shocked, but he did conduct himself in a professional manner. So that's what I'm kind of looking for. Professional, conduct yourself, be a man of your word. And you tell Iran, y'all going to do a peace deal. Y'all, and then you supposed to stick with it. You ain't supposed to go behind their back and shoot them up with some missiles when they wasn't prepared for it. That was dirty. That was so dirty, family. That was so dirty. That was so low down. That was low down. That's wrong. Very wrong. You agree to something, you're supposed to stick with what you agree with. You don't supposed to go behind somebody's back and then break the promise and break this disagreement that you made and bond these people who wasn't even prepared because they thought that they was good with you. So they was out and about, and you double crossed them. You double crossed them. That was dirty. That's right, Marsha. That's right. That's right. That's right. It's just it's just wrong. But some people don't have a conscience. Some people just mean. Some people just evil. And he don't care. He don't care. He don't care. He don't care. Y'all heard about the what you call it? I think I posted it on my. Did I post it? Yeah, I posted it on my community tab. Trump, I think he fired the first black woman in the Senate, but he wasn't even supposed to have the jurisdiction to be able to do that, but he actually did it. And he's like, she's gonna vote against him. I'm like, these people just doing what they want to do around here. People doing what they want to do. Ain't no constitution, because he just doing what he want to do, and he getting away with it. So ain't no constitution. Hi, Israelite. Hi. Welcome to the live stream. Just wanted to do a live stream and just chat about this World War III that we are all involved in. How much money should I save to relocate to? People ask me that, and I can't give them an amount because it just depends on what you want to do. Just try to save as much as you can. That's what I say. Try to save as much as you can. And then have a plan to make income. Have a plan to generate income. So before, if you want to come, you have an online store, or you got a book you wrote, or a movie you made, or whatever you did, do some online way that you can earn monies online. So not necessarily now an online job, but like streams of income. Whether you selling t-shirts or whatever you selling through these different Teespring and the different companies that manufacture your stuff, and then save money. So if you have different streams of income, then you'll be able to get here and function and still have ways to generate income. So it's not a certain amount that you need. Of course, you need money for your ticket, and of course, you need to start off with a certain amount of money, but as much as you can save, and then as you are here, income is generating. So that's the best thing I could say about how much you need, because everybody had different amounts. I didn't have a lot when I came. Have done it. What do you expect from devils? That's right, Fresno, California. That's right. They are demons. They are devils. For me, when I came here, I didn't even have a lot. Y'all, I did not have a lot of money. So I can't sit up here and be like, you gotta have $5,000 to $10,000. Like I hear people tell people. I'm like, I didn't have that. I didn't have much. But I had a plan. I was still working. So I gave like a 2-week notice. I was on vacation for 2 weeks, so that means that's a full check. That's still get full. And then COVID happened, so I was able to get a sabbatical for 6 months. So I was over here, but I was getting paid, but I was only getting paid 60% of my paycheck. But over here, that's good money. So I think when I came over here initially, I ain't have none but maybe $1,000. That's all I had. But I knew I was gonna get another paycheck, and also when I did the sabbatical, I got paid for 6 months, 60% of my pay. So I was saving all that. And for me, I paid for my hotel when I first got here. So that was for 2 weeks. So I didn't have to pay extra money for my hotel. So I just been like managing my money. And then when I quit my job, I had a 401k that they allowed me to get only because of COVID. Because before they told me I couldn't get it. They told me I had to only use it for if I want to build a house, first time house, because that was my first time about to buy a house, and they said that's the only way I could use it is if I'm a first time home buyer. But when COVID hit, they allowed me to get my 401k. So my 401k was like $25,000. So Once I didn't even realize it until after the sabbatical was over, after that 6 months. And then when I called them back, I was trying to do a sabbatical again. They was like, nope, you got to come back. So they say either you come back or, we fire you, or I said, no, I quit. So I gave a 2-week notice. And then that's when they asked me, they say, when I called benefits, they said, oh, you got a 401k. Do you want to roll it over or do you want to pay out? Excuse me, family. I said, oh, I have that option? They told me, yes, you have that option because of COVID. I said, I'll take the payout. That's how they, okay. I am a 17. Oh, you're 17 years old. And I'm the only person in my family. And oh, so I can't up it. Oh, I prayed to the Most High to protect me. And if so, to change my mind. Yes, pray. The Most High will do it. Pray. He will do it. And you sanctify your house, so make sure you stay righteous. Make sure you stay righteous. I don't know how to put that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but make sure you stay righteous because you sanctify your whole house because you're in the truth. And the Most High will find a way. I don't know where. He gonna find a way for our people, the one that's over there. He gonna make a way. I don't know how, but I feel like he's gonna either send a ship. You're gonna be able to do something, but he gonna get y'all out of there. He gonna get y'all out of there. The Airbnb, but don't know if it's legit. You can do Airbnb here in Africa, but the thing about Airbnbs, unless you build it yourself, unless you buy land. See, here in Tanzania, you can lease land long term for an investment. So if you create a company, you can lease land, and then you can do Airbnb, you can do rentals. That's something that I'm looking into. You can do that yourself. So that is legit. Now, if you want to lease a place yourself and do an Airbnb, you can do that too. You can do it. It's legit because you paying for it. You're gonna pay every 3 to 6 months. So you can lease it out if that's something you want to do. That's legit. You can do that. You can do that. It's pronounced honesty. Honesty. Oh, it's pronounced honesty. But yeah, so you can, that's kind of how I was able to manage here. So I got that money. So when I got that money, the 25 G's, I saved that. So I was already saving. So remember I had the 1,000, then I got the 6 months worth of pay, then I got that money. So I was just saving, because it doesn't cost that much here. It doesn't cost that much here. The most that I had to pay for was, I had to pay, 6 months for my rent, and then I had to buy my furniture, because I got an unfurnished place. An unfurnished place is cheaper than a furnished place. So I got an unfurnished place, and I just bought all my furniture, my bed, my couch, my dining room table, my stove, my fridge. I bought all my stuff. So that's the most money I had to spend. The rest was, rent, and then, eating and all that. But I used some of that money to create the company that I created here. It's consultation business, but I do other things, like I could do teaching. I could teach English, business classes, customer service. And then also I provide, it's like a temporary agency. So if people might need somebody for a driver, interpreter, cleaning up, it's like a temporary, I can temporarily get them work. So I do all of that. In addition to, I'm working on the land and building project, because I want to do a rental, maybe Airbnb, something like that, but I don't want to do it on somebody else's property. I want to have my own property and build something that I want to do, Airbnb, rental, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of the idea. But that one is still in motion, the land part, because land is tricky here, and you have to really take your time, look around, because I want to make sure the location is right, and I want to make sure that I can trust the people that I'm talking to. I thought I had something at one point, but I start seeing some integrity stuff with the person I was going to buy the land from, so I stopped that one. So you got to just kind of be careful with that. I do have an attorney, so he is, if I ask him to look into this, look into that, he helps me out. But the initial search for is my job. I have to do that. Because he's working. He's an attorney. He can't do that, all that stuff for me. I have partners, but the two partners I have, they got their own company, they got their own business, they got their own life. They can't always be with me all the time. So I have other locals that can help me out if I need them to talk for me, to check on this, to check on that. So garden there. I don't have a garden here, but I have where I live on the property. We got trees. So we have papaya tree. We have a banana tree. We have basil. We have soursop leaves. We have what else we have? Oh, we have aloe vera. So we have different stuff. Like in Africa, stuff grows like just wild. Stuff just grows. Food, vegetables, different stuff. Like well, mainly fruit. That stuff grows. So you can just rent a place and just have all these trees on your land. So it's not something that I planted, but I do plan on doing that. I do plan on doing that. I do want to have an organic garden. And I do have a couple of plants on my porch that I'm starting to try to learn how to grow. So I am doing that myself. No food is growing yet. I think I picked the wrong seeds, because what I was doing was when I ate fruit and vegetables, I'll just save all my seeds. I wasn't buying seeds. So maybe the ones I planted weren't the ones, because you gotta plant in season, or you gotta plant the ones that grow. Like the locals can tell you the ones, but the stuff that grows is really good here. And so I was just putting all kind of seeds in there. They're taking a while to grow stuff. But the flowers look healthy, so I guess we'll see as they, get bigger. It is cheap to buy land over there. Yeah, it is. It is cheaper to buy land. Way cheaper over here than it is in the U.S. And especially if you buy land outside of the major cities. So you don't want to, if you can help it, I wouldn't advise to buy land in any of the cities, any major cities, because they're going to try to charge you a high price because you are from outside of the country. So I hate to say foreigner, but you live outside the country, or your citizenship is outside of the country. So you're going to get a higher price. But if you move outside of the main cities, back in other areas, or out of the main, then you can get a land at a better, more reasonable price. A lot more reasonable. Really good price. Really good price. Especially also if you have a local speak for you. I've always heard good things about Tanzania, about it being peaceful. I would like to go to the beach, mountain. Yeah, it's beautiful here. Excuse me, I've been here for 5 years, and yeah, this place is nice, y'all. It's so peaceful. It's so quiet, and you don't see people fighting. You don't see people arguing. It's just, I don't know, y'all. It's just so nice. It's different from anything I've ever experienced. So I think that's why I like it so much, because it's like different. It's a different life, and it's a different world. It's simple. I've always been kind of a simple person. I've never been like the kind that like a lot of like makeups and nails and all this stuff. I've always been kind of simple. So it's okay for me, because I don't have to get my nails did and all this different stuff. Like I just need basic stuff. That's me. I'm kind of simple. I just need a roof over my head, a hot water, clean food, and that's it. Like I do everything for myself. Like I do my own hair. I don't get my nails done. I just keep them clean. I don't even have to have these things. I don't wear makeup. I just started that like the last couple of years. Stop wearing makeup and stuff, because it messes up your skin actually. And my skin has become so much better since I didn't wear it a lot, but every now and then I would do the stuff on your face, and I noticed that when I didn't wear it, my skin had different colors, and I looked pale. I looked like a ghost, even though I'm pale. I'm pale, but it was I feel like the makeup was just not it was messing my skin up. So what I did was I stopped wearing it, and the Father dealt with me about that. Like he dealt with me about the makeup and the hair. To be honest, he let me know in my spirit he didn't like it for me. So I just stopped wearing all that, and I just start taking care of my eating certain food. You eat certain foods that make your hair and your skin nice. I don't use stuff on my face. You know how people be doing the whole thing with the moisturizing, this. I don't do none of that for my skin. This is my skin right here. I don't do none of that for my skin. Only thing I do is I use like this herbal soap, and I just eat a certain diet. So if you eat a certain diet, a lot of fruit and vegetables, and if you drink a lot of water, your skin it'll clear up. If you have stuff going on with your skin, discolorations and stuff like that, it'll clear up. It'll clear, and your hair too. Your hair grow. If you your diet got to be good too. So it's not only what you do on the outside to it, it's what you put on the inside. So, but it's simple here, and that's what I like about it. It's very simple. It's different from where we from. You know, everything is like convenient, and people got to, when you go outside, like when I lived in the U.S., I wouldn't go outside a certain way. I had to have hair did, had to have this, had to have dressed like this. I might see somebody, you know, but here, go outside with our feet ashy, ankles ashy, we don't care. Everybody walk around with their feet ashy because it's dirt roads here, y'all. It's dirt roads here. So everybody be walking around with ashy feet. Ain't no big deal. Nobody don't be talking about nobody. but but when you gotta clean up, like, you know, we know how to clean up when we gotta clean up. But I don't be so pressed like, oh my gosh, look at my ankles, they ashy. I don't be caring. Walking through all that dirt, your feet be dusty. But you can do I'm outside of the city, y'all. I'm outside of the city. Okay, okay. Let me see. CM me, Patrick Bantu. CM me from Canada. Hi, Marie. Hi, Marie. YQ. Yeah, so welcome, everybody. Welcome into the live stream. So Tanzania is nice, y'all. I'm not just saying that. Sometimes people think, oh, they just saying that, they don't really mean it. It's bad, and they just saying whatever. But all you have to do, family, is go back and look at my pictures. Look how I look. You'll see a difference. The way I look now versus the way I look when I first came here. I look younger now than I did 5 years ago, fam. I'm in my 50s. But I look younger now than I did when I first came here because my skin looked different. Hair is growing. I mean, you could just tell. Even if I don't say anything, you can just look at me and tell that I'm healthier. You're welcome. Merci beaucoup. I think that, I don't know if that's how you say it. I don't speak French. Is that French? Merci beaucoup. Yeah. Yes, I'm Black American. Bob J. Boxing. Yes, I am. Thank you, YT. YQ. I'm sorry, you're a blessing, beloved. You're welcome. So, oh, okay. So, I am Black American, and yeah, I've been living here, and I like Tanzania, y'all. It's so beautiful. Yes, I love it. I love family. This place is beautiful. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't lie about it. Was you very beautiful? Thank you. This place is nice. It's peaceful. The people are nice. It's safe. You know, for me, I don't be out at night. So I make sure I'm indoors before dark. If I'm out at night, I have a personal driver. He's driving me around. But normally I'm in during the day. So of course, you have to take this security measures. But other than that, it's safe. You can go to the beach every day if you want to. There's regions where they got mountains. You can go mountain hiking, climbing. They got safaris. They got Zanzibar Island. You know, if you like that island vibe, being out on the water, like, you know, Hawaii, it's like, Zanzibar is like Hawaii to U.S. And you can go there. So it's just, Tanzania is just beautiful. I can't even deny that it's beautiful. Yes, it's issues. You know, you can get burglared. Yeah, you can get your stuff snatched if you got your. That's why if you look at my channel, you see I don't really record outside with the phone doing all this. I don't do that. I don't want to tip somebody to snatch my phone out my hand, so I don't do that. But some of the guys do it, but I don't do that. So just gotta use wisdom. You know what I mean? Use wisdom, but it's safe. I haven't had any issues. I did get burglared though, and that's because I left my door unlocked. But I did get burglared. Don't they? You know, you can be burglared. It is possible. Yeah, they got mountains. You can do hiking. You know, they got the Kilimanjaro mountain, that biggest mountain. They say it's dangerous. They said that one is dangerous. People have died trying to climb. But they got Morogoro. They got mountains. So it's places you could go to do mountain climbing. It's real natural here. It's like real. And I'm not really like an outdoor nature person, but I've learned to love nature a lot living here. Because it's monkeys like around where we live. You know how cats and dogs run in the cities? The monkeys run like that. They be everywhere. I be forgetting about them. I be outside taking my trash out and they be all in the trees all over my head. I don't be knowing until I hear this I be hear this They make this sound. And I look up and I'm like, oh, what you doing up there? Like they everywhere. Monkeys are everywhere, y'all. Okay, let me see. This says, I got to get close even with glasses, y'all. My glasses ain't like that. How are you managing being a soul woman? I'm managing it well. Gardening with Chevelle's Happy Garden. Shalom, sis. Thank you. Jeshuba, have you been to Arusha? I have not been to Arusha. Actually, you know what? I have been to Arusha. I briefly went to Arusha. I didn't stay long. You know why I didn't stay long? Because it was too cold. I got spoiled. I've been in Dar. Dar is the hottest city in Tanzania. And I went to Arusha. I flew to Arusha because I was going to Kenya. And I stayed in Arusha. When I got to Arusha, it was so cold. I had to have all these blankets on my bed. I said, nah. I got up early the next morning and I got a 10-hour bus back to Dar. Dar is warm. You don't need no jackets, no nothing. So I was spoiled. I like hot weather. I'm tropical. I like the tropical vibe. Don't forget to like, everybody. Like, comment. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. So I really like the hot weather. And Arusha is kind of cool for me. I think it was like 50-something degrees. That's cold. I don't want to be somewhere where I got to wear a jacket and socks. In Dar, it's hot. You dress like summertime every day in Dar. Even in rainy season, it's like 70-something. You still don't need a jacket. It get a little cool. You might want to throw a little something on your arm, but I usually don't. It usually feels good to me. Have you been? Okay. Okay, you're right. Yeah, it's a little cool for me. I like the hot climate. I'm a tropical person. I like the heat. Good to hear. I only ask because I'm hearing horror stories about solo. Yeah, I came here all by myself, fam. No horror stories. You got to use wisdom, though. Sometimes people have horror stories when they're solo travelers, the women, because they don't, not all the time, but they don't pay attention to like the surroundings good enough, and their discernment. You got to be like, you got to kind of have your head on a swivel a little bit. Not because it's unsafe, but because you're a woman. You know, people be walking around you. Ain't no police around here. So you got to watch. You got to be aware of people getting too close to you, people acting weird. You got to pay attention. So, yeah, you got to pay attention. Things can happen. The beaches are in Dar. They're all around the peninsula. All around the peninsula. Most of the international areas are all around the peninsula. And then as you move away from the peninsula into the interior of the country, that's going away from the water area, then that becomes more local, where it's away from the water and people speak more Swahili. So you just have to be, mindful and good to be, have like if you connect with some other sisters, it's good. Like if you're the type of person that like to hang out, you like to go out to eat and do all this different stuff, just make sure you with some other sisters. You're not doing stuff by yourself. You're not being like by yourself out here moving around by yourself. Have maybe a buddy or somebody like that, unless you have a driver and they drop you off and they pick you up. But certain things that you have to do when you're in a country that's a patriarchal society and you're a woman. Nobody's going to bother you, but you have to dress a certain way as well, because if you dress provocatively, then you might get unwanted attention. And if you're a woman and you by yourself and you're from another country, you don't want to get unwanted attention. Some women like it or whatever. I don't like that. So for me, if I go outside, right, I get a lot of attention when they see my hair, a lot of attention. And I don't know what it is about my hair that draws attention. I know nobody don't have hair that looks like ours. Like in America, we have the salt and pepper. I understand that, so I believe it's that. So when I go outside, this is what I do. That's what I do. If I walk outside, I just I just do this. And then when I walk outside, if I do this, nobody don't stare at me. Nobody don't stare at me at all. They just look right past me like I'm just a regular local. But when I go outside and I show my hair, that's when everybody be staring at me like I'm a spectacle. Everybody. They just be staring. And so I don't like that unwanted looking. So look, as a woman, you don't even have to come here and be provocative. Like you don't have to come here and dress naked or just show you could just cover up, wear just regular cover up clothes. They gonna still stare at you. I be covered up. I got rid of a lot of my short skirts. So I don't wear pants. I just wear all dresses, right? I wear long skirts almost every day. And they still be, I wear long dresses every day and they still be staring at me hard. So you don't even have to dress like provocative or whatever. They still gonna stare. So that's not even necessary to get attention. So yes, that's right. With the scarf, to see how I put the scarf, that's how you blend in. Because that's how the ladies, it's a lot of Muslims here and Christians, and even the Christian ladies wear the scarf like how I had it. So that's why I got this scarf right here. I keep it like over here by me, so if I run out, if I'm going somewhere, I could just take the scarf and put it around my neck. And then just when I walk, because I do a lot of walking around here. And I don't want people to, like even target. You could be targeted, You could be targeted because you don't know if people that you walking past are good people or not good people. There are good people and bad people everywhere you live, right? So when you walking around the streets, going to fruit stands and going to the store, you don't know if the people that you are passing are good people. So you don't want to draw attention to the wrong type of person that can follow you. Anything can happen. And there are no cops here. The cops they be in their office. If you need a police officer, you got to go to their office during office hours. If something happened to you at night, you on your own until the police station open. They don't work like extra hours like that. They just got the 9 to 5. So you got to file a claim if you make it. So you don't want to draw unnecessary attention to yourself. So just try to keep it modest and keep your stuff covered to where you're not just standing out like that. It's the best way to be if you want to live long term in a certain country. You want to blend in as much as you can. So, and with me, the area I live in, I'm outside of the city. So I don't live in the city. I live like maybe 20 minutes outside the city. And so where I live, a lot of people around, they're getting better, but they don't speak English a whole lot. So you got to know some Swahili. And a lot of times when I wrap my hair like that, they just be like, shikamo. That's like a greeting that you give like an older person. And I'll say, marahaba, that's the response you give them. Or they'll say salama, or they'll say mambo, or they'll say haba. Like they don't know. They just speak to me they don't know that I'm not from here. And that's how you want it to be. You want it to be that you blend in and you don't stand out like, oh, look at that American right there. You could tell she American. Look how her hair is. Look how she dressed. Even if your hair is however you want it, just cover it. Just throw something over your head. If you're walking the streets, if you're driving and you're riding, you could do you. You do you. When I'm riding and I'm driving, going to the mall, I'm going to a cafe, I'm meeting my sisters, I'm meeting people from the West, I'm going to wear my hair out. But if I'm walking the streets for safety purposes, then I will cover my hair. What you say? Carissa said, wow, I would be really hot wearing a scarf outside in the African heat. You know what? This scarf right here is very, very thin. This scarf right here, it's like, it's light material. And the material they have here, a lot of the African ladies and the Muslim ladies, the material is very thin. It's like a curtain material. And when you out in the heat, actually it keeps you a little cooler because the sun is not beaming down on your hair and your head. So when you got that on, you will be surprised that it keeps you from feeling like super hot. It's like a shade a little bit. Sometimes those materials can be like a shade for you. So I thought myself that the material was so hot, but then when I got certain ones and I put it on, I'm like, this don't feel too bad. You know, but for me, I just do the one I showed you, the head. Some of the other ladies, they wear the long one. So they'll wear the one like this, and then it'll go all the way down, and that's too hot for me. So I'll just wear the one like I just showed you that. It's like a scarf that you can just put around your neck. So it's not as hot as it appears to be. Yes, having street smart skills is a very good thing. It actually I think it saved me from being I think it saved me from my phone being snatched one day because I was at the beach when I first like I think it was like a year that I was here and I was walking on the beach and there was some people that live on the beach, some of the young guys, some of them they built little houses on the beach and like little, I guess, little hut houses on the beach. And that's a nice life, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. They be living right there by the beach. They could just chill, like they ain't paying no rent, and they living right on the beach. They be building their own little house, right? So I was walking past, and it was a lot of little huts, and I saw them from afar, and I was looking, and I feel like it was a father was saying to me, "Put that phone up." Like I heard in my spirit, like, and I knew it wasn't me because I wasn't really thinking. You know, I was just walking, enjoying I was walking on the beach, and when I saw the houses, I had my phone out, and I was doing all like this. Oh, you know, I was taking pictures of the water and stuff, and I heard in my spirit, "Put that phone up." So what I did was I put the phone down on my side. It was in my hand, but I put it on my side of my thigh, so you couldn't see it. So when I was walking past those houses, all these young guys start coming out. They start coming out. When they saw me walking past, they start coming out and watching me as I was walking past their house. They didn't do anything, but they was watching me. And the good thing is I had my head covered. I had a head wrap on at the time, and I had a dress on. So I looked like a local. So they just was watching me, and I was so scared. I was so scared because I just felt my heart. You know how you feel fear? I felt fear. And so I just kept my hand on my thigh next to my leg as I was walking. The hand that was by them was free, but the one with my phone, I had it down next to my thigh, and I just kept it glued to my thigh I think that's why they was looking, because they was looking to see if I had a phone, because when I was down further, I was doing this whole, you know how, and only foreigners do that. That's another thing. Locals don't do that. With the camera, with the doing all this, they doing it more because they see us doing it. But for the most part, they don't do that. So they know you're a foreigner when you walking up and down and you got your phone and you doing all like this. So when I walked past, I kind of waited to look because I didn't want them to see like me, look scared or nervous. So I waited when I walked past, and then I looked back. And then it was 3 at one point, then it was 2, then it was 1, and they went back in, and I was past the. So I feel like that saved me from getting my phone snatched. So that's why I don't really be outside with the phone like that, because I don't want to tempt somebody who might be, poor or whatever, and they may not be able to afford a phone to want to take something from me or hurt me or snatch something. I just don't want to tempt nobody. So I don't do that outside unless I'm like at the mall or at a cafe. There's certain places that I will do it where I know it's safe inside, security is around. But when I'm out walking the streets by myself, I'm not doing that, because I don't want nobody to know that I'm a foreigner. I'm trying to blend in. It's too many family. When you walk them streets, there's too many Africans out there. They be out there selling, they be out on the streets, they be outside, family. And you don't want to be by yourself in an environment where it's a lot of Africans, and you don't want to stand out, because then everybody be looking at you, and you don't know if some people vibing with you or some people like, if they really like. You don't know how people feel about you, so you don't want to stand out when you're by yourself. So that's what I do. That's what I do. I was paying attention, Carissa. And see, I think that's the thing that a lot of women do when they travel, especially if they by themselves. They don't always know those type of things unless somebody tell them. They don't always know the safety part of it, in that, yes, it's a safe country, but you don't want to tempt somebody. You don't want to give somebody a reason to want to take something from you, because guess what? Ain't no security here. Ain't no police around here, so they could do it and get away with it. But if it's a lot of people, so if it's like a city area and there's a lot of people, then the men will defend you. But if you on it, like I was, if you on that beach and there ain't nothing on that beach but me, and then there's all these young guys and they live in these houses, if something was to happen, nobody wouldn't be there to help me. So you don't put yourself in a position or situation where you tempt somebody to want to take something from you. So that's why it's kind of good to be, if you walk in the streets, be simple. You ain't got to wear no diamond earrings and, diamond ring. You don't got to be flashy. You can just be simple, and just, if you're walking, just be as simple as you can, just to get the things you need. Talk as little as you can with the loud English. You don't want to do that. You want to, like, even me, when I go to the fruit stands, it could be, if it's a lot of people there, a lot of locals there, and we're buying something, I'm going to speak in Swahili. I'm going to speak in Swahili. And I don't hold conversations, but I could be like, mambo, like, it's like if I want to go ask for, I want to go ask for some tomatoes, onions or tomatoes, then I might want to go, I'll be like, mambo, hi. And then I'll be like, how much is, I'll say, shingapi, nanya, how much tomato? And they'll tell me how much. And I'll say, in Billy, 2. So I'll speak in Swahili if there's other people around. I won't speak in English, because I don't want all these people to start like staring at me, So that's kind of how you kind of manage when you live outside of the U.S. in different places. If you live in a place where they speak Spanish, you might want to learn a little bit of Spanish. You live in a place where they speak French, you might want to learn a little French. You just want to make sure you blend in if you can, just so you won't just be standing out, especially when you're by yourself and you're a woman. You just don't want no unnecessary issues. Kickboxing or karate so you can defend yourself. Oh, Roy Curtis. Hi. Anika, hi. Kickboxing. That's a good idea, but I don't want to pay for no kickboxing lessons. But I have not needed it. I'm just learning how to blend in. That's all. I'm just telling you how it's good if you can blend in. And you never know when you might be in a situation where, things like that happen. That's why if you have your phone in your purse, if you as a woman keep your phone in your purse, you won't tempt nobody. You got your purse. You always wear the body purse, the body bag type purse, or the what you call that thing that go around your waist, the fanny pack. So if you know you're gonna be moving around shopping and market, you want to get a purse like that, a body purse, a thick strap with the purse, and so your phone is in there, so you don't have to worry about nobody seeing your stuff. So they're not gonna bother you unless you ain't got nothing. But if you got stuff you advertising, you got all this bling bling, don't nobody wear that here. Don't nobody be bling blinging. Now, if you want to go to the city and you going to the club and you going out to eat, you can do your bling bling because you driving from your car to your restaurant, to the club, to the wherever you going. You wear your beach, whatever you want to wear your stuff. But when you walking, just walking around the community, you want to be, it's the same thing like in the hood, fam. It's the same thing like in the hood. Y'all, it also saves you from being overcharged. Same thing like as if you in the hood. I always wear a crossbody. I apologize if you already answered this question. How long have you been? I've been in Tanzania 5 years. I came here in 2020 in July, and then this next month will be 5 years here. But yeah, it's just like I was saying, like in the hood, like say for instance, for me, when I was in America, I think I lived kind of like a middle class life a little bit. But if I knew I was going to the hood, right? If I knew I was catching the bus in the hood, the train in the hood, or if I knew that I had a friend guess what? I'm not gonna wear certain things if I go there. You know how you going? How you gonna dress when you go to the hood? I wouldn't dress going to the hood like I would dress maybe walking around in my neighborhood. It's the same thing when you out on the streets like that and moving around and you by yourself. Be as simple as you can. Be as simple as you can. Just because you ain't gotta wear no makeup, you ain't gotta wear no lipstick, have your little lip chat. You ain't gotta do all that. Just be simple. You ain't gotta have your hair did. Put your wrap on your head. Put your wrap on your head in a nice dress. Because if you wear pants, they're gonna stare at you. Not necessarily, a lot of times they stare anyway, but I mean, if you wear like tight pants, they're gonna really everybody gonna be like looking. So, but if you're walking around the streets, just put on a skirt. I tell the ladies when they first come here, if I take them places and I know we like walking and stuff, I'll just tell them, they can wear the jeans and all that stuff. But I mean, if they will see me, they'll see how I'm dressed. Like I'm gonna wear a dress. I'm not gonna wear pants. Definitely not gonna wear pants. Because I'm tall. The video don't show my height, but I'm tall. I'm like 5'8.25". So I'm like almost 5'9". So I'm taller than most of the men here. So yeah, I'm not gonna wear pants because they're gonna be staring at me. I think I bought one pair of jeans, and I think I wore when I was in Mbeya. In Mbeya is like 30 minutes from the border of Zambia, and I was going to Zambia, and I stayed in Mbeya, and it's cold there, so I had to wear a jacket, some boots, and I wore my jeans. But people was kind of like really, really staring at me, really, really, really staring. I know it's because of the jeans. So that was the last time I wore them. I got rid of them. I'm like, let me just wear dresses. Because I just don't, for me, this is just me. I don't like people staring like that. I be feeling uncomfortable. I'm originally from Jersey. The blessing, thank you. Keep your head up. Thank you. I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey, fam. And I was born and raised in Newark, and then I moved to Georgia. I moved to Atlanta, and I lived my adult life in Atlanta. And then I moved to Colorado Springs, and then I lived there like 6 or 7 years before I moved to here in Tanzania. You from Jersey too? Keep your head up. Yep, from Newark. So, but yeah, I love it here, y'all. I love it here. I love it. It's so peaceful. And people respect you so much. Like they don't judge you for your, like I haven't experienced racism and white supremacy since I've been here. I don't get that from anything. even when I see white people, when I go into the city, if you go into the city area where the embassies are, you're gonna see a lot of white people because they like to be by the embassies because they got rifles. They got rifles by the embassy. So its security is like top notch when you live by the embassies. So they always live by the embassies. So when you go over there and I see them, they don't be bothering me. They don't be saying, because let me tell you something, family. The work that they don't have that in Africa. I work at the post office and they don't have that in Africa. Yup. Yeah, I did not like America. The way they treat us, yes, So, when I go to the city, right? Because I go, like, it's this Italian restaurant, y'all. I like Italian food. Y'all know if y'all live in Jersey, we eat a lot of Italian food, right? So, I like Italian food. I like pizza and stuff, authentic. There are authentic, real Italians that live here, right? They got a restaurant in one of the major cities or areas. That's one of my favorite restaurants. So when I go there, the Italians, they do not act racist. And I know it's because they're in Africa, one, and two, most of the staff is Tanzanian. So that might be, but I don't have no problem. I go there, they be so nice to me. When they hear me speak English, we got kind of got privilege here on the continent when they hear us speak. For some reason, that's kind of a privilege sometimes when you go to like upscale places here. So when I went there, when the owner heard, because I was asking him about a dish, and when he heard me speaking English, his face lit up, honey. White man, his face lit up. He was so nice. He was like, sure, anything. Do you want it? He was saying all this, and I was like, no, I'm okay. But yeah, they when they hear us speak here, that we get top-notch service. We get top-notch service by these white folks. Spain, yeah. In Newark, okay. They got pizza at this Italian restaurant. That's my favorite restaurant. And it tastes like how I do in Jersey. It's authentic. It's good. And I get good treatment. Like, the Arabs treat me good, family. The Arabs treat me so good. The Indians, they treat me good. The white people, they treat me good. I ain't never been treated this good by foreigners in my life, because the ones in America don't treat us good. But I would say that the white people in America are the worst. Them and the ones in South Africa. The Afrikaners and the ones in America, those are the two worst acting white people out of all of them. The Germans, the Italians, the Russians, all of them, none of them don't act as ignorant as the ones in America and the ones in the Afrikaners. Those are the two worst, most racist too. But the other ones don't be acting like that. They like us. The other ones, they like us. Hello, good afternoon, Rockabye baby. What do you do for enjoyment and relaxation? What about crabs? I love crabs. Who said keep your head up? I don't eat crabs or any kind of like crawfish. I just eat the fish with the fins. Where do you stay when you go over there? Yummy. I got excited. I love the way what you mean, Marie? Marie, you said where do you stay when you go over there? You over where? But yeah. So I don't have no problems with nobody. The Arabs, when I go to the grocery store and I ask them a question, when they hear me speaking English, they be trying to run to help me. Okay, they be running to help me. Like they love us. We're known for our wide variety of food. Is there a wide variety of food there, Carissa? There is not as much variety because locals don't eat other food. I don't like Italian food. Anika said, I don't like Italian. I love my African food. Even over here, I love African food. I'm in New York. Okay. I love Chi-Town too. I love okay. I don't eat. We're not supposed to. Yeah. Because of my dietary law, I don't eat. I used to eat, when I was growing up, I did eat clams, crabs, all that. being from New Jersey, a lot of us had that. But when I came into the truth of who I am in the Bible, we have a dietary law. So I don't eat crabs, lobster, shrimp. I just eat, and I don't eat pork. So I just eat fish. I eat fish with fins, so I like fish. So they got like changu, satu. These are ones we never heard of in the U.S. They got changu, satu, sagera. I think that's satu. And they got a red snapper. They got all different kinds of fish, and they're fresh out the water, so they're very good. But they have a variety of food. They got a Mexican restaurant. They got Italian, but most locals only eat their food. They only eat African food. So majority of the people eat African food. So for me, I just I like Italian food. I don't know why. I like pizza. I like what else I like? They have this fresh bread that they make, and it's like a what you call this thing? I forget the name of it, but it's like fresh baked bread, and then they be putting like butter, garlic butter on it with some tomatoes and some hot peppers. It's a name of it, and I can't think of it, but it's fresh. They cook the fresh bread. I like stuff like that, but I do like African food, of course. That's what my diet is, because I cook my own food. But I do cook spaghetti, but I do cook I cook a lot of beans, because that's an African food, a dish. The beans, the rice, the greens. So those are my regular diet food. But when I want I cook spaghetti. When I want pizza, and they got this really good ravioli, family. Mwah! It's good. It's a ravioli that they make. It's a vegetable ravioli. So it just got the cheese in it, and it got the red sauce, and it's the fresh ravioli. Fire. I live in Tanzania. Do you need a car to get around? No, you don't. They got Uber and Bolt. Bolt is just like Uber. You don't need a car. When you get off the plane, where do you stay? Should you already have this set up before you come? You don't have to do that, Marie. You don't have to have it set up. You can just, when you get here, but it's good if you do, because then if they got a shuttle, they might come get you. But I recommend you do your Uber or your Bolt. You don't have to have a place, but it's good to do it if you want to. Most of us here, we just tell people, you can come and you can find a place. But if you from the West, you used to having a reservation. So go ahead and book it before you come, so you have a place to stay and you know where you stand. Because they might ask you in immigration where you stand. My aunt goes, let me go, I'm missing. Yeah, Marie. So it's good to have a place to stay before you come. So when you get to immigration, they may say, where are you staying? So you want to have the name of the hotel or the name of the Airbnb or whatever that you're staying in. You can book places online. You can book them. You don't pay for them because they don't take the payment there. You pay when you get here, but you basically just reserve it. And if you want to change it, you can. So you might say, I want to stay there, and you go there and you don't like it. You didn't pay no money. So you can just find another place. So that's good that you just make your reservation and then, go from there. Now, if they have a shuttle, they can have a shuttle pick you up from the airport if you want to. You can have the Uber. You can catch an Uber. But if the hotel got a shuttle, you can just say, can you have a shuttle pick me up at so-and-so time? And they can do it. It depends on the hotel that you're staying at. Airbnbs may not do that, but hotels will do that for you. My aunt goes by the same dietary law. Yup. Keep your head up. I love fried chicken too. I wonder if I can get that. That fried chicken ain't gonna taste like ours back home, but they do. They can cook. They do grilling. They do more grilling than frying. And their grilled chicken is fire. They do this grilled lemon chicken. I don't even eat chicken anymore, but when I first got here, I used to get this it's lemon chicken, and it's they marinate the chicken in this fresh lemon kind of marinade, and they grill it. When I say it's good, it falls off the bone. But they don't do a lot of frying because they don't use flour. They don't fry with flour for the meat like that. They do grill with the meat. So the fried chicken that you're looking for is you get it better in the U.S. But they got KFC. Their fried chicken is fire. They got fried wings. They got Pizza Hut got fried wings. They got this place called Mary Brown's in the mall. They got good fried chicken. So yeah, you can find it. You can find it. It might not taste exactly like how we do it, but it's good. It's good fried chicken. Rockabye baby is it focaccia bread? It might be focaccia bread, rockabye baby. It's like the fresh bread. I don't know the name of it, but it's fresh and it's like they cook it, they bake it, and it's so fresh. And I don't know the name of it, but it tastes so good. They put that garlic butter. It's good. Have you run into a good gyro spot there? They have a spot like gyro, but it don't taste like gyro. So you could just X that out, because some of the stuff that they sell here, it looks like stuff that we eat in the States, but it don't taste. So if you wanted that taste, you won't get it. Your main focus here in Tanzania should be local food, because you're not going to get the taste that you want from the U.S. here, because they don't eat what we eat. Every now and then, if it's somebody from the U.S. that's making it, you might get it. If somebody from the U.S. opens a restaurant here and they sell that, then you'll get it. But other than that, it'll look like a gyro, like in the States, and then you like, ooh, and then when you bite it, something ain't right. Something ain't right. So yeah, they don't make it the way we like it. Chicken is a definite. Marsha said, oh no, chicken is a definite. Oh my, you making me hungry, bitch. I know y'all making me hungry talking about all that food. How do you order things for your house? Do they have Amazon like in the States? So sorry for all the questions. No problem. So what we do is they have different ways you can order. They got stuff on Instagram. They got Instagram items that they sell now. Since we've been here, a lot of us are coming. They have upped their game, and I'm happy. I can order stuff that could be delivered to me. It's not outside the country. They have a market here, and it's called Kariakoo. It's the biggest market here in Tanzania, and they have everything there. I think they get a lot of stuff maybe from China, but they got everything there. So if you order something, they'll deliver it to you. Almost anything you need, they got it here. They don't really have Amazon to deliver here, or yeah. So the stuff you need is going to have to be here. They got Facebook Marketplace. They got a tent. I don't know how I got signed up for Facebook Marketplace in Tanzania. I think maybe because I bought something one time, but they got everything on there. Facebook Marketplace, and they got what did I say? The Instagram, and then they also have this website called GGCo. It's jiji.co.tz, GGCo, and you can go in there and order almost anything for your house. You can order, like I order so much stuff. You can buy computers, phones, different stuff. I would recommend if you get a phone that you go to the shop to get a phone. But like certain things you can order for your house, but it's not outside of here. They were delivering, Alibaba was delivering here, but the place that they were delivering to, when I went there, it was closed. So I don't know if they have another location. I was trying to look online, I didn't see it. So they may have another location for Alibaba here, but I know where they used to deliver Alibaba, where you order, it's not there anymore. So I don't know if they closed down. They closed down. How do you order things for you? So I answered that. That's what's up. Good to know. Yeah, that's what you do. So anything that you need for your house, you can get. There's nothing here that I can't get in the U.S. that I can't get here. Now, one thing I noticed is the generators. The generators that a lot of our people use who have the cars. They live out their cars and they have those generators. You can't find those here that I saw. Maybe they'll start doing it now, but I was trying to order one, and all I saw was gas generators. That's all I saw. I just saw gas generators. So, But yeah, that's the only thing I saw that we have in the West that I couldn't get. Everything else that we need, that we used to, they got here. You can bring your stuff with you, or if something happens, you can buy it here. Everything you need is here. For your skin, for your hair, you don't have to feel like, oh, it's in Africa, I can't get it. You can get it. You can get it. They do locks here. They do, what else? They do locks. They do everything. Nails. They do everything we need. They got here. It's nothing that they don't that they don't have. Now they don't have the things that Ghana have though. Ghana got that black soap. Ghana got that shea butter. They don't have that here. So you'll have to get that shipped. Or if they got it somewhere, every now and then somebody might have it, but it'll be like super expensive. It'll be like overpriced. Because that's not something that they have like they do in Ghana. Ghana food is good too. That's one thing, because I've been to Ghana. I went to Ghana and I stayed for 2 weeks. That was my first African country I went to. During the year of return, I went, and that was my first time on the continent. And I went to Ghana and I stayed for 2 weeks. And that food was so good. That food, family. That food was delicious. It's like how we cook. They use a lot of seasons and stuff. Tanzania's food is more natural, so they use maybe salt and pepper, but they don't use a whole lot of different spices like how we do. We be using garlic powder and onion powder. Like, we use everything. I haven't been on a safari, rockabye baby. I'm not a big animal lover like that. That's why. I had the opportunity, but I'm like, I don't want to. I'm not a big animal lover. Yeah. How crazy are the phone prices? Okay. How crazy are the phone prices there? Like here, the prices for iPhone, even smartphones, are expensive. They can be cheap or expensive here. You can get a cheap one or expensive one. You can get either or. But the quality, I think, is better right now in the U.S. I don't know now with the tariffs. Y'all might be, I don't know. You know, y'all beefing with China. They got a better relationship with Tanzanians now. I don't know now. I don't know how the quality gonna be. Would I be able to live where they're with? Oh, of course, yes. Rockabye baby, of course. That's more than what I have. Yeah, you can live nice off that. You can live nice off that. That's why I'm trying to eventually move to Ghana. Yeah, Ghana is nice. But I like Tanzania better than Ghana though. When I come to visit one day, we need to get a shot. I heard you need a shot too. No, you don't need no shots here. You don't need no shots in Tanzania. You don't need no vaccination in Tanzania. You good with vaccines. Yeah, I liked Tanzania better than Ghana. Ghana wasn't clean enough for me. Tanzania is cleaner than Ghana to me. Ghana, see, they had those. They don't have the traditional toilets in Ghana. Like Tanzania got the traditional toilets. You know, like the urinals that the men use. It looked like a urinal, but it's in the floor. That's a traditional toilet. So when you go to the bathroom, you got to squat to use it. But they have the sprayer thing where you spray, and I like that too. So I think Tanzania to me is cleaner, because with Ghana, basements or attics. With Ghana, when you go to the public, sometimes when you pay to go to Publix toilet stuff, it don't be nothing in there but a hole on it. Like when you open the little outhouse thing, if you like those what you call those toilets that we have in the States, those portable things, the porta potties, they can have one that look like that. You open that doggone door and it don't be nothing but a hole in the ground. I couldn't get with that. That was in Ghana. They might have got better. They might have gotten better now, but I didn't like that at all. But Tanzania, at least they got the traditional toilet and they got the sprayer. So you do have to squat. Like you're gonna have to squat, because if you go somewhere and you gotta go to the bathroom and you ain't got no choice. It's just like, you know, I don't know if anybody ever did this where you was little, if you remember this and you had to go some bathroom and your mama made you go outside somewhere It's like that. You know how you got to squat down and go to the back? That's how you got to do when you use traditional toilet. You got to squat. Most of us squat anyway, but you just got to learn how to just hold yourself up. And then they got a sprayer that, and I really like it. It's like you can spray the thing before you use it, and then you step over it and squat and use it. You don't sit on it, you squat over it. And then when you get done, you spray it with the water to clean it. So that's what they got, and it's a lot cleaner than without water. They don't have homes with basements and attics a whole lot that I've seen, but they have like first floor, second floor, third floor. I've seen that. First level, second level, third level, but they just don't call it like attic, or they don't call it basement. So, or if they have a basement, it'll be, I don't think I've seen a one with a basement. I haven't seen one with a basement. So I don't think that they have the attics and the basements. But I know they have the 3-level. What about healthcare there? Healthcare is good here. Healthcare is good here. The hospitals are nice. They got some nice hospitals. It is self-pay. So if you go, you'll have to pay, but you get your insurance. If you got insurance, your insurance will you just reimburse your insurance. So if you got insurance, you have to be self-pay because they don't bill your insurance. You have to bill your insurance. Self-pay, get your receipt, and bill your insurance, and then they reimburse you. Otherwise, you self-pay. You pay for yourself. Like me, I had to go to the hospital because I had an allergic reaction. I got a henna on my arm, and I had an allergic reaction to dye, which I should have known that because that's why I stopped. Well, I had to stop dyeing my hair and using dyes because I was having an allergic reaction on my scalp. My scalp was itching profusely. That's what happened to my arm because it's dye. And I went to the doctor and I got 3 medicines, a topical cream, and a doctor's visit for $35. So, and it was an Arab clinic. It's called London Health. It's a clinic, and the doctor was a white woman, and it was a clean place. The service was good. Everybody was friendly. They got a pharmacy in there. The healthcare is good on the continent. Healthcare is good. People, for some reason, I don't know why people don't. And especially for us as black people, we'll get better service in Africa than you would in the U.S. In the U.S., they be trying to unalive you. But in Africa, they be trying to help you. So you'll be safer in an African hospital than you would a U.S. hospital. I do watch K&K Squad. She does videos about the truth of Ghana and how it really is. Yeah, I watched K&K Squad when she came to Zanzibar and she got robbed and she had to unalive that dude. I remember that. But she was in Zanzibar. I'm in Dar. Because people was telling me go check on her. And I'm like, she's on she's off the island. I'm not. So yeah, I do watch her. She do be speaking that truth. People don't like it though. Marsha said not a squatter. Yes, a squatter, Marsha. Yes, because when you out, like you might be out riding the bus or you might be at a restaurant and you got to go to the bathroom. Not all the restaurants, most of the nice ones do, but some of the like local spots at the beach, they might have a squatter. So you go in there, it's clean. You just stand over it. You do that anyway. Like when you go to a public, most ladies, when y'all go to a public toilet in the U.S., you don't sit on no seat. You might put some tissue on it and sit down, but majority of people just squat. They stand over it and squat. That's basically what you're doing, but you're just going down a little bit lower. You got to get your balance. Your stomach, your muscles got to be strong now. These Africans strong. Even the elder ladies be using the squatter. They be 80-some years old using that squatter. You know they got strong arms and legs and stomach. That's why they so strong. The squatter. What's one thing you really like and one thing that's a big turn off? One thing that I really like, okay. One thing I really like about Tanzania is, it's a lot of things I like. I like the fresh air, the peace, the food is fresh, the water. You know, people say something wrong with the water, but we don't drink it. Just like in the States, you don't drink it out the sink. I wash my hair with it and I bathe with it. Ain't nothing wrong with my skin. Ain't nothing wrong with my hair. I use the water to shower and bathe with. Even if you got a borehole or even if you got water from the city, People who came from the West, they got their own land, and they dug a borehole, and they use that water to shower and all that. Don't nothing happen to their skin. Don't nothing happen. They don't drink it. You got to buy bottled water just like you do in the West. So it's nothing that I like. I like so much, but what I don't like, I'm trying to think of what I don't like. Let me see what's a turn off for me. Oh, a turn off for me is when people be trying to overcharge me. I don't like that. When people be trying to overcharge me. But it don't happen as much for me as much. It doesn't happen as much for me anymore because I know Swahili. So if you learn the language, you won't get that as much. So that can kind of be eliminated. But when you making big ticket purchases, you still need to have a local speak for you because that's a conversation. It ain't just things you can say. You have questions. So in that aspect, you do have to depend on the local. So that's kind of not the ideal situation for that we're used to, but it's not the worst either. Because if you get a trusted local that you can really trust, then they'll say, they'll look out for you. But then you can also get a local that you think trusts you, and they'll be talking to somebody in Swahili about you and talking about let's overcharge them. They don't know what we're talking about. And then you can get overcharged. So that could be either or. So the fact that you got to depend on a local to get a lot of things done, that could be a bit of a challenge for people, because especially for us, we're used to doing things on our own. I think men do a little bit better with it because this is a patriarchal society. But with women, it's going to be a little challenge because you got a man. You're going to have probably best to get a man to negotiate and speak for you. And then you don't know what that man going to be telling the other man. She from the States. She got money. Charge her this and we can break even. They can say it right in front of your face. And you won't know. So that part is sometimes, it could be, I don't like that. And I always can tell, family. I can sense, and some words I pick up, and then I can sense the vibe of something ain't right with this conversation. You could just sometimes sense, but you got to pay attention to your intuition. You keep your hand and say, yeah, I squat. They give you the Mzungu price. That's the part I don't like. It's one of the things that I don't like the most about here is being the upcharge price. Because I'm like, I live here. Stop it. You see me every day. You've been seeing me for 2 years. They can see you for 15 years. They're going to still try to get more money out of you. And I don't like that. I be feeling some kind of way. One guy I was going to get some passion fruit, right? I know how much the passion fruit costs. He was trying to quadruple charge me. I said, Kaka, that's brother. I said, Kaka, that's too much. He said to me, he looked at me and says, not too much. That's what he said to me. I said, oh, okay. I ain't say nothing. I ain't never go back. I was walking past his business almost every day, going to all these other stands except for his. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, you're going to have to experience stuff like that. Yeah, that higher price, that Mzungu price, because you don't speak the language. Rockabye Baby says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how proficient are you in Swahili? I would say 5. But it could be a little higher because when I go to certain places, they don't speak Swahili. And everybody is always asking me, wanted to talk to him, wanted to talk to them, wanted to talk to them. So I get asked by even our people from the States to talk to somebody who don't know English. So I have been able to communicate with a local who don't know English at all. I know enough to be able to communicate with a Tanzanian that does not know English because I know enough words. Now I can't run the sentences together to make the whole, like how I'm talking now, I can't talk like that. I'm not fluent. I'm not fluent in Swahili, but I can communicate and I can manage by myself. I don't try to manage with purchasing big ticket items though. I don't attempt to do that. I only ask. I always have to have a local man. I don't want to. I want a no local man because the men get the most respect here, and so I've noticed that they don't treat the sisters like they do the men because it's a patriarchal society. So if I'm gonna get somebody that I need to get me a good price, and I'm gonna get somebody that I need to negotiate for land or this or that, I'm gonna get a brother to do it. I'm not gonna get a sister to do it. Are the truth and colonized by European religion? No, the men here are good. They're very in Tanzania. They're very like their personality. They remind me of like introverts. Their overarching personality is they're very introverted. Like they don't talk loud, and they're very relaxed. They don't get excited about nothing. Everything is like, yes, I'm going to do so. Yes, nice, yes. No, they real like that. That's their general personality. They very mild mannered and very respectful and very laid back. Every now and then you get some that speaks loud and show a little bit more emotion, but for the most part, overall, they're very calm, very quiet. Like when they talk, you got to be like, huh? What you say? Because they speak so soft. I'm going to pick you up at 5 o'clock and this and this. I'm like, okay, so you say 5 o'clock? Like you have to repeat because they talk so soft. But this is their temperament. They're very soft-spoken and very polite. And here in Tanzania, it's Muslims and Christians. So those two men, you're going to either be a Muslim or Christian. And they're very quiet. They'll stare at you, but they won't say much. I like their personalities. Like I like the men and the women's personalities because they're different from Ghana and different from the U.S. So I tell people, this is how the scale is, family. Okay, so the U.S. is up here based on temperament and personality, right? The U.S. is up here and volume, everything, right? U.S. is here, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and Tanzania. Tanzania is way down here. Based on temperament, their temperament and their volume, they don't get like excited. They don't show a lot of emotion. They're very mild. Their personality is like even. So if they're happy, they might say that they're happy, but the face might not look like they're happy, but they'll say yes. I'm like, are you happy? Is this good? Yes. Like the face is like the face, it don't show no different emotions. Like, so they're just kind of like even kill. So like they're not like me. I'm very expressive. I'm very emotional. That's how we are in the States. You can tell when we're happy, when we're sad, when we're crying, when we're laughing. You can tell every emotion in our face. But with them, it's not the same. They can be super happy and they'll be looking like. And then you have to ask them, are you happy? Is it nice? And they'll say, yes. That's it. They don't show no kind of like, I like that though. It's different. It's different. I like that though. It's funny too. Oh. And I'm sure it's some fun. Yes, there are. Keep your head up. They are into polygyny. Yes, very calm demeanor. Very calm demeanor. I would. Roy Curtis, yes, I would. Your spirit is very grateful. Y'all put you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, they are even kill. And so our men in America, they love it here. They usually like it a lot here because they get a lot of attention because of their the way that they are, because they're different, and we do too. But even the men admire, like the Tanzanian men admire the men. A lot of the men from the West, they just be real friendly with them, and the women too. So you have the men and the women that's really friendly to the brothers. But with us, of course, with the women, the men are more friendly, and the women, they, there's just a woman. A woman is a woman. A black woman is a woman everywhere you go. And some of them, they like that with us, but some of them are like, you're not special. You know what I'm saying? They don't say nothing, but you get that vibe like, oh, okay. They got that. But the men, the brothers, everybody love the brothers. Everybody love the brothers. You got some guys that might kind of look at you a little bit, but for the most part, because they don't know you, but when they get to know you, they just remember the movies, they remember the rappers, they remember the celebrities, and they think highly. They think highly. Some people say that Africans don't like us and all this different stuff. And I never got that. I never got that in Tanzania. They so welcoming. They be like, Karibu. Everywhere we go, Karibu. Karibu. That's what, it's just like in Ghana. They the same way. They like Akwaba. Everywhere you go, Akwaba, welcome, welcome. They do that in Tanzania too. Karibu. Karibu, whenever you go into a store, they don't be following you. They just be like, Karibu. They be like, welcome. And they be trying to sell you stuff. What about this? What about this? Like, because, when you go to the store, they think you're rich. They think you're rich. So they be super nice to you when you go in stores. Sometimes when you walk in, like a woman, if you walk in with your if you have the basket in the grocery store, you have the little basket. I get the basket because sometimes I don't feel like pushing a cart. And if I'm only getting like 3 or 4 things, I'll grab the basket. Is somebody going to come take that basket from me? If I'm in a store shopping, somebody's going to take that basket and carry it for me and walk with me. And I'm like, I'm only getting 3 things. And they're like, it's okay. They'll walk with me and carry my basket. They're very nice. They're very respectful. They respect their elders a whole lot. The young people, they really respect their elders. They remind me back like in the 60s, the way that they are respectful to elder people. How, when I was growing up, because I'm a 70s baby, it was kind of like that when I was growing up. A lot of people was real respectful to elders. Like, I was raised like that. Like, you don't talk back to an elder. You don't do this. You respect your elders. Like, that's how they act. They talk like that. And so they're very respectful to like elders. And they take your cart, take you to you. They do a lot for you. They do a lot for you. Sister Love, hey, you can receive mail here. You can receive paper mail here. But you got to get a P.O. box, Sister Love. You got to get a P.O. box at the little post office here. And then you get a P.O. box, and then you can get people to send your mail here to you. But you can't get a delivery straight from the U.S. here. You got to have somebody send the mail to you. So if you got your mail going someplace, you just have them gather, put it in a envelope, and then mail it to your address, your P.O. box here. I've gotten mail here before. I've gotten several letters here before, but I have a P.O. box. So you can get mail. You're welcome. Now, when you're talking about deliveries and stuff like that, that's different. If somebody send you something, it's going to have to go through customs, and you're going to be overcharged. So just don't packages sent if you can help it, because you're going to be overcharged way too much than for what the value of the item is. So, but yeah, so we went from the missiles and war to Tanzania. But yeah, it's nice here, fam. That's why I've been here so long. I haven't even missed. The only thing I miss about the U.S. family is, what do I miss? Some family members, and roller skating. I miss roller skating, so I gotta try to see if I can do something with a roller skating rink somewhere here. I gotta see if I can acquire some land so we can do a roller skating rink. That's what I'm hoping I want to do, because I love to roller skate. So that's something. Even if I only got a small piece of land and put like a little rink, an outside rink with the bar on it, something like that to be outside. I want to do something like that too. But that's what I miss, roller skating and some of the foods, because some of the foods we can't make them how they taste like some of the soul foods. We can't make them how they taste here because they don't always have all the ingredients. But that's the only thing. But you can always make something similar that tastes similar, that will satisfy your craving for certain soul foods. So, let me see what time it is. It's 8:55 here. It's 8:55 here. My friend is from Ghana and she has very, very low temperature. She's so calm, very nice. Yes, if you think she from Ghana, she like, shoot, Tanzania is even lower than that. Shoot. G. Dot Smith, I was recommending Qatar, but with the Middle East airspace being impacted, that might not be an option. I was trying to tell people, Kenyan Air Ethiopia. I don't recommend any of the European airlines. I don't recommend any of the American airlines. I don't recommend any stops in Turkey and all these racial places. I was trying to get people to come so they can have it's a long flight. I was trying to get people to go places that I know that they will be treated right. And so I took Qatar, and it was a beautiful experience. Everybody that I referred that took Qatar, it was a good experience. But it's in the Middle East, so the Middle East airspace, I think they say they shut it down. So either I would say Kenyan Air or Ethiopian Air, maybe. Yeah, Marcia. Yeah. Yeah, it's so much going on in the airspace right now, and a lot of people are grounding. So it might be difficult right now to get flights outside because a lot of the U.S. airlines, they said, they are on pause. They said Delta, United, and American are grounded. So I'm sure the other ones are grounded too. And Qatar is in the Middle East. Because you go up, it's right at the top of Africa, and then you come down to that's the route. You leave from like JFK, and you go to Qatar, Doha, and then you stay there for a layover. Then you come down 5 or 6 hours to Tanzania. That's airspace is shut down. So I guess Ethiopian or Kenyan Airway, maybe. If they fly in this way, the POTUS is making so many enemies these days. Some of these Africans is like, oh, some of them are like, forget that place. Especially the way they treat their citizens. Yup. Qatar Airways, yup. Yeah, Qatar Airways, yeah, that's the one I took. And that's a good, everybody that fly Qatar, they'll never have no complaints. Yes, I haven't had the experience of Africans hating us. I have not had that experience. I've had nothing but love. Y'all, let me tell y'all this, and y'all might not believe this. I gotta take my glasses off for this. I have never, family, been treated this good in my life. Not even by my own family, my blood family. These people treat me so good. They like treat me like I'm very special. Like, they treat me like I'm somebody. They treat me like I'm somebody. They be like, if I'm standing up, they be trying to give me their seat. They just go out their way to be super duper nice to me. I've never ever been treated this nice. I ain't leaving this place if I can help it. I might go to another African country, but that's another reason why I love this place, because the people we treated nice. We're not treated bad. We're treated better here than we treated in our own so-called country. I mean home, our own home. Hey, oh, Pam, I hope you're not stuck. No, Pam. Oh no. Yes, America is losing billions from this with this tourism. Yes, Tropicaya, Ethiopian Airlines or Kenya Airways. Yup, that's what I said. Those two. Do the black airlines. Oh, Pam. I'm praying that you can get out of there, Pam. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, they treat us so special here. I have never been treated this good, y'all. I'm not lying. So with all the bad things that we might, experience, like sometimes you got what you call it unpaved roads. So you might have to walk on dirt roads. So your ankles might be ashy, your legs might be a little dirty, but you can bathe. And then you have your outside shoes. You have at your door. You got your outside walking shoes, and then inside, just like growing up, I used to have indoor shoes, church shoes, school shoes. I don't wear my school shoes to play in. I don't wear my play out shoes to church. So you got the different shoes. That's how it is here. You got your outdoor shoes. You leave them outside. Most of us take our shoes off. You got your nice shoes when you're going out to eat the dinner to meet with people in the mall and all that. You got those nice shoes. You keep those in the house. Then you got your hiking shoes. You might have your tennis shoes, and then you might have boots for you to walk through, garden, or if you doing land and you want to looking at properties. You got your boots. It's snow. Not snow, rain, mud. You got your boots. So you got your different shoes. So it's not that big of a deal for me because it's a dirt road. It's okay. I don't. The entire beauty of it, you just feel more that you kind of close to nature. So you don't have to always live in a concrete jungle, fam. You don't always have to live in a concrete jungle. Yeah, TZ is amazing, fam. I'm not gonna lie. So that's the only thing that some people may have an issue with, the unpaved roads. People usually take you as you are. You don't have to have your hair did, ladies. You don't have to have your makeup did. You don't have to feel like, look at my hair, I can't go nowhere. It don't happen like that here. You go as you are. However you want to wear your fro, you can wear your hair whatever way you want. Anybody gonna be looking. They might stare at you if you wear your fro. I ain't gonna lie. But it's not a staring like a bad thing. It's a staring like, wow, look at this. Like this a movie star. It's like a stare like that. Like you are a celebrity or something. So it's not a bad thing. I personally don't like attention like that. I don't know if it's an old-fashioned thing. I don't know what it got to do with, because I know people by my age or older, they like that. I don't like unwanted attention. I like to blend in with everybody. I always like to be like that. So I don't like to have people staring at me for stuff. I don't. I want to look like everybody else. I want people to look at me like everybody else. That's just how I am. But some women they like attention. They like going places with every eye on them. It's okay. You can wear your hair, whatever style, your braids, your locks, whatever you got going on. They like everything about you. They don't, yeah. That's what I like about them. They accept you for who you are. Nobody's going to think you're not pretty. Nobody's going to think that because you're too dark or your nose too big or your lips too big or your butt too big. Ain't nobody going to think that about you here. Because everybody got it. Everybody got the same thing here. We all got kinky hair. We all got big noses. We all got full lips. We all got butts and hips and everything. We all look the same. So you're going to blend in good. You're going to blend in. You don't have to worry about that. That's what I like about it, because I feel so at home. I feel so at home here. So that's kind of what I've been experiencing since I've been living here, family. And it's not a lie. I'm not, how some they say people online, they be just lying. They only tell the good stuff. I did a video of how I was burglared. That's a bad thing. I did a video about that. I talked about that. I do videos to try to help people to be safe. Yes, anywhere you go, you can get in a situation where something can happen to you. But if you use precautions and do certain things, you can probably avoid some issues that a lady by herself might have. It's avoidable. Some things are avoidable. A book. I need to book a hotel reservation before coming. Yes, there are several hotels. I'm gonna tell you a few that I know some people have stayed at. Giraffe Hotel is a good hotel that some people have stayed at. I actually stayed there before. It's called Giraffe Hotel. I think it's by the Hyatt, but it's called Giraffe Hotel. And if anybody else knows some hotels in Dar, y'all can put it in the chat for Sister Love. Sister Love. What else? White Sands Hotel. That might be a good hotel. There's a lot of little hotels. If you put Masaki, or if you put Mbezi Beach area, or Masaki, and say all the hotels in Masaki, that's supposed to be the richest city in Dar, something like that, because that's where all the embassies and a lot of foreigners stay at and stuff. So, and it's the more pricier, but not for people in the U.S., but for here it is. But if you put hotels in Masaki, you can basically pick any of those hotels because they're all pretty, upscale. They're pretty nice. Now they may try to charge you close to what you would pay for a U.S. hotel because of where you calling from. So, but they're nice. They got everything you need. They got hot water, because some hotels don't have this. So I'm gonna say this: hot water, air conditioner, food delivery, because they got the room service. They might have a restaurant at the hotel. You want something with a restaurant at the hotel so you can eat there. So if you don't have to be going far to eat, if you don't want to. Now it's a grocery store in the area. If you want to go pick up some things, it's okay. But you might want to have the restaurant there so you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or breakfast and dinner. So you want to make sure you got the food there, restaurant, hot water, air conditioner, and that's pretty good. That's pretty much it. Because some places don't have air con. Some places don't have hot water, but the hotels, the nice ones, they do. Some places don't have restaurant, like some of the Airbnbs you might get. I feel like you need to be here to look at an Airbnb, because you might get an Airbnb and then when you get here, it might not be the one that you paid for, and then you already paid for it. And then what if it's one? It could be one that don't have hot water. It could be one that the toilet don't work. Like, it could be one that's not true to what the pictures say. So you have to be careful with Airbnbs unless you pick one when you come here, or unless you know somebody. So if you know somebody that stayed at a nice one, they can refer you. Oh, I stayed at this one. This is nice. So if you look at some videos of people in the diaspora that came to Tanzania and stayed in Dar and stayed at, nice Airbnb for this amount, you can find one that way too. So look online to some people who visited and stayed in certain places, and they can give you an idea. Sometimes they give you a tour, show you the room. Oh, this is only this amount, and look what it has. So that's another way you can figure out. I stay local, you know me. I know, Pam. Me too, though. I do that now too, Pam. I don't be staying at no place like that. Masaki, yes, it's Masaki. Sister Love, Masaki, Masaki. That's the area or the city. And that's kind of like the upscale kind of area. They have some hotels in Mbezi Beach area as well, but I would say try Masaki first. RJ Lodge is my local spot. All right, Pam. We ain't staying in no hotel. Because when I go places, I stay in lodges now. I don't even stay in no hotels. I don't stay in no Airbnb, and I don't stay in no hotels. I stay in a lodge. A lodge is like a motel. I stay because I've stayed there before, and they just as nice when they cheaper. So, but if you newly coming here, you need to stay in a hotel just till you get used to everything. Yeah, there is a lot of talk about Burkina Faso. My opinion about Yes, Sade. Hey, welcome in the chat. Pam? Where is RJ Lodge? Is that in Zanzibar? Okay, Marsha, you said, what do I think about Burkina Faso? Uh, I think it's a good idea that he's doing that. You know that Captain Traore is doing his what he's doing, but I don't think it's ready for people yet because it's too much to me. When I say people, meaning us, because it's too much assassination attempting going on. Wherever it's too much assassination attempting going on, until it's settled down, you want to wait. Because you don't want to be in the crosshairs or crossfires or something going on, because they searching folks like the plague when you come up in there. They're going to be watching you, searching you, taking pictures. They're going to be looking at, what you taking pictures of? Why you taking pictures? I mean, they don't know you. You could be a spy or something. They looking out for people like that. So wait until it calm down. Wait until everything with the assassination attempts. Wait till all that kind of subside. That's what I think. Because I'm always trying to encourage people to go places that I have known to be safe. Known to be safe. No issues. So thus you have Ghana. Thus you have Tanzania. You have Kenya. You have Rwanda. You got like certain places that is kind of calm right now. You got to try to avoid places that has high assassination attempts and all this different stuff. You got to be careful with those type of places. Oh, Pam, you say it's in Dar. I never heard of that. RJ Lodge. I need to look that up. It's clean with AC. You need to give me that info, sis. You gotta send me that info so I can refer people to that place. If it's a good price. Yeah, Marsha, not safe yet. What about Mali? I don't know, Carissa. I don't know about those. I don't know about a lot of the West African countries. The only one I done been to was Ghana, and I stayed there for 2 weeks. I don't know about all that, but I would say, just what I've been noticing in my experience, I would say go to countries that you know that are safe right now. Wait until all the France issues have calmed down. Wait till the French stop trying to, wait till the West and the French stop beefing with. Don't go to countries right now that the West is beefing with right now, because they keep trying to do stuff, and you don't want to be in those countries when stuff is going down. You don't want to be somewhere that people are beefing with each other right now. And it's not like it's the African countries, it's the West, but you don't want to be around that right now. So try to be somewhere where everybody's kind of cordial. South Africa, they cordial. He ain't gonna mess with them. The president came, let him say what he had to say, and so he kind of all right with South Africa. Tanzania, he's okay. Kenya, okay. Ghana, okay. But everybody else is kind of those Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. Not that they aren't good countries, but for us trying to go there in the mist, you don't want to be in the mist, especially when you have a passport. And he knows who you are. Like, that's the good thing about Captain Traore. They know who we are, but that's not stopping a issue to arise with the other ones. Not with the Burkina Faso, but with the people that's trying to do something to them. Because they're sending people, and you don't want to be in a country where they're sending people to try to cool this and do that. Yeah, try to avoid it if you can. Joe Bird, you like Joe Bird, Pam? I have yet to go to Joe Bird. I'll go there one day. I'm stuck on TZ right now. I'm comfortable. That's why I haven't really been going places. I feel at home. I don't feel, how some people feel like they in a country where their country is the best and they don't have a desire to go nowhere else. That's how I feel about TZ. It's like I feel like TZ is the best. I don't feel like going nowhere else, because even in South Africa, as much as I want to go there and visit, I don't feel like dealing with Afrikaners with this racism stuff because I haven't experienced that. I don't want to give myself no PTSD back on that racism stuff, even though I know that they don't really bother us like that, but I just don't feel like being around it, the attitudes and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't feel like just being around them. I just don't. Because even if they treat us nice, if I see you treat my brothers and sisters any kind of way, that's gonna bother me. I can't just sit there and because you treat me nice, because I'm from the States, but then I see you mistreat my African brothers and sisters, that's gonna bother me too. So I don't see that here in Tanzania. Science 360. Hey, hopefully you can get your son to go. Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you, sister love. You're welcome. You are welcome. I initially came on here to talk about this World War III and how the POTUS done bombed Iran and caused and started a war, and now everything's unpredictable. Yeah, I came on to talk about that, but I feel better. Y'all made me laugh and made me smile. I was feeling kind of down. I know I'm not there, but it was gloomy today, and I was thinking about that, and I was just like, let me go live. Let me chat with my people and encourage them. Because I was feeling kind of down. I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel fear, but I didn't feel like my happy-go-lucky self. It was like, I don't know, it just was disturbing my peace. I was like, why this gotta happen? Like, why we gotta be in the middle of this? We don't have nothing to do with this. We totally innocent in this. We got to be in the middle of these people fighting. First they fighting us, now they fighting other people. It's always putting us in jeopardy. It's putting our livelihood in jeopardy. Our fresh air, our food, our this, our that. It's putting us in these arm's way for no reason. We don't be doing nothing to nobody. We be minding our own business, trying to live our life. And here you go. People always got to try to have us involved in stuff. I'm hearing a lot of us are retiring to Mauritius, Africa. I hear it's easy to adapt and English is spoken widely. I don't know about a lot of us. I know Journey with Us is there. I don't know about that place. For me, I'm not a big island liver. My friend Pam in here, Pam the Traveler, she live on Zanzibar Island. I'm not a big person that want to live on an island. I want to live on the mainland. So the reason I want to live on the mainland is because if I need to go somewhere, an emergency come up, I could get from country to country. But when you're on an island like that, you can't get off unless you get a plane, unless you get a ferry. I don't want to be on something like that because if an emergency come up, I'm stuck until they decide to evacuate me. So that's the only thing I have with any type of island. But I do think I've heard that Mauritius is a nice place. It looks nice. It's not enough Africans there for me either. That's another thing. I see the demographic, and it's a lot of different types of people. I want to live around Africans. I want to live around continental Africans. I don't want to live around people who colonized, people who migrated. I want to live around mainly continental Africans. And so that's that's why it wouldn't be as appealing to me. And also the prices, to me, I don't feel like the prices are that good compared to the US dollar. It's expensive compared to Tanzania. Yeah. Take care. Talk later. Okay, sis. You take care too. Yeah, I'm not big on island living. Yeah, so you gotta always think about that when you when you say you want to live on these island countries, on the island off. It's like an emergency comes up. How you gonna get off there? You know, unless somebody fly you off, a boat come and get you off, you kind of stuck on there until that. But you want to be somewhere where you can catch a bus, you can catch a train, you could fly. islands too. But you have many drive. That's what I meant. You can catch a bus, you can catch a train, and you can drive from country to country. Because Tanzania borders 6 countries. 6 countries border Tanzania, so you can actually go to different places. That's not far. Burundi, Malawi, Zambia, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda. Is that all of them? Yeah, border Tanzania. So, yeah. Yes, Suns 360. Exactly. So, yeah. So, I mean, if you do decide to try it out, make sure you do a video. Make sure you have a video so you can share with us what you think about it. The more people that visit and move there and all that, and they share, then that will encourage more people to at least visit and see if it's for them. I'm not against Mauritius, but I know for me personally, the island life is not. I don't want an island life. I like the tropical vibe, but I want to be around the peninsula. I want to be on the mainland. It's just me. So, yeah. Any other questions, family? Make sure y'all do me a favor and like the video or like the stream. I'm gonna end in a little bit. I've been on here for hours, family. I started because I was kind of down, but y'all done improved my mood. I feel better, and I know y'all probably feel more, a little more nervous than I do because you're there. But I don't like this stuff like this be bothering me. I'm a very highly emotional type of person. I'm a highly empathetic type of person. And so when things happen, it hits hard for me. Like when our people, like our men was getting shot and unalived by the cops and all that stuff affected me hard, very, very hard. It really, I don't know, it wasn't my relative, but I felt like it was because that's our family. We family, that's our people. And so I couldn't just go on with life and be like, oh, so-and-so got killed by the cops. So-and-so got killed. Like, it affected me. Like, it was chipping away at something inside of me. And I started hating the U.S. I started hating it because of that. When I started seeing how our men was getting killed, it affected me. I couldn't just go on as usual. I had to get out. I was like, I hate this place. And I would tell people that, and they would be like, are you for real? I would tell people close to me, and they're like, are you for real? You serious? I'm like, I hate this place. Because I was so affected by the murders of our people. It just turned me off to the country. I just wanted to leave. I didn't want to be there. I'm researching Mauritius. There's quite a few people on TikTok posting about Mauritius. A prepper. Okay, so island life wouldn't be much of an issue. Okay, Carissa. Caris. Let us know. Go and do videos and let us know. I don't see many people who are in Mauritius. You say I'm not on TikTok. I'm old school, y'all. I'm old school. I'm not on no TikTok. I don't think I can handle TikTok because I got a lot. I got YouTube. I got Facebook. I got Instagram. I'm over social media already. I can't add a TikTok because TikTok is off the chain. But tell them to come on and see if they got channels on YouTube so we can watch because it looks like a beautiful place. And I already watched Journey with Us. They there, and I like what I see with them. But when she told me how much her rent was, I was like, oh, yeah. She make money. I don't make money like that. I don't think I can afford it. It's too expensive for me. So that's another reason why I'm in Tanzania, because Tanzania is between Tanzania and Uganda. Those are the two best currency conversion to the US dollar right now. Not that it won't change, but Tanzania is like for every $1 US is 2,600 T shilling. And in Uganda, I think it's more than that. I think it's like 3,000 something Ugandan US dollar to the Ugandan currency, it's even better. So I need to be in a place that holds the value of the dollar more, because I don't have a lot. I don't make money like, I ain't no professional marketer, this. I don't make thousands and thousands of dollars. So I have to live somewhere that I can afford to live, basically. And I think it's just too expensive for my budget and what I can afford. This has been a great life. You're welcome, Marcia. You're welcome. You are welcome. That's what I'm here for. It's really the main reason why most of us are getting our plans together and bouncing. Yup. Pronounced Sharice. Okay, Sharice. Oh, okay, Sharice. I'm sorry. I done told your name up, sis. Thank you. No problem, Sharice. Yeah. So keep me posted when you get, when you get situated and you go over there. Let me know what you think. It looks beautiful from what I see. It looks very beautiful. And then also, I'm tired of being around other people, Sharice. Sharice, I want to be around all Africans. I've been around other people all my life. I need a break. I just want to live the rest of my days around all Africans. That's all. I don't think that's a lot. I don't want to live around nobody else. So some people might look at that like, oh, she being prejudiced. No, I don't. I've been living around other people all my life. If I want to see other people, I can go where they are. But where I live, in the community I live in, it's a local area. And you don't see nobody but Africans. And I love it. When I go outside every day, I ain't gonna see none but Africans. As far as your eyes can see, they be on the road, they be outside, honey. Ain't no limit to the time they be outside. They be outside. 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, they be selling, they be out there eating, party, they be outside. I love to see that. Africans everywhere. My son came to visit. He said, Mama, I like how they be outside. He said, I just love how they be outside day and night. I said, they be outside day and night. He loved it. He loved it when he came. Okay, I'm reading the comments. Let me see. Did I miss? Where did I stop at? This has, okay. No words. Me too, sis. I want to live around African people only. I know that's right, Anika. Me too. Oh man, I would love it. My people, yes, YQ. Yes, YQ. Yes, Africans, that's what's up. Yes, Marsha. Yes, family. It do something. It do something to your spirit when you go into an airport and a hospital and what other big place, any kind of business, and you see nothing but Africans as far as your eyes can see. Now here in Tanzania, you do see Arabs too, because it's half, it's a lot Arabs here too, but they dark skinned too. You see everybody you see got some tan skin. Ain't nobody pale skin. Ain't nobody pale. What they be calling palm colored. You don't see no palm colored people. Hardly. You can count on your hands when you see palm colored people. And in my area where I live, you rarely see palm colored people. Guess what they doing? They riding on a motorcycle and they getting the heck up out of here because ain't no security where I live. Where I live, ain't no, the security here in Africa, they got rifles. They carry rifles. And they only around embassies and they're around certain hotels and they're around businesses like at shopping malls. But on the houses where we live, ain't no security. They don't be walking around here like I do. You don't see them palm colored folks around here. They be on them boaters. They be getting out of here before it get dark, sis. Yeah, they be getting up out of here, y'all. Ain't no security. I can't pronounce your name, brother. MZON Juan Sunda. Ego, I love you too. Yeah, you don't see no rednecks. Better late than never. Our people are realize that they gotta get up out of it. Yes, you don't see none of that over here, honey. It be blowing my mind how they be getting up out of here. It's some beaches, like it's a beach, it's Bahari Beach, right? and it's a beach strip, and it's restaurants and bars up and down that street. So you can, party, you go there. This over here in Bahari, you hardly see a lot of white people at night. You might see some during the day, but you don't see them because they ain't got no security. They could get got out here. And when I say got, not unalive, but just robbed, But you never know. They don't be out here to take a chance either. They be staying by them embassies. They be staying by those restaurants, those Western restaurants and those Western hotels and the grocery store during work hours. Because when rifles gone, when security gone, they ain't got no security. The cops don't work like that around here. I like living like that. I like living like that, fam. Africans police their own country. People be fighting. Don't no police be here. Guess who be breaking it up? First of all, you don't see nobody fighting. But if you see somebody having a pushing match, that might be what you might see. Somebody have like a pushing match. Everybody be running out of cars, restaurants, everything, and they break it up. They police their own communities how we used to do back in the 50s and 60s before the white people was policing our communities. We police our own, they police their own communities how we used to do. Because we used to do that too back in the day before we let the white people start policing us. And that's when they started unaliving us. My husband said, no, yeah. That's right, Marsha. No rednecks, And also, family, this is another thing I like. I didn't know this when I came here. But guess what? It's too hot in Dar. White people don't, Africans call them Mzungus or Wazungus, but Mzungus don't like Dar. It's too hot. They don't be here that long, honey. They be trying to go to the mountains. They cave dwellers. They like where the mountains is. Arusha, Morogoro, wherever there's mountains and where it's cooler. And Beya, that's the country in the city in Tanzania that's right by the border of Zambia, and it's really cool and it rains a lot. They like those areas. They don't like the hot. It's too hot. Dar is too hot for them. You don't see them much over here. You only see melanated people. You see Indians, you see Africans, you see Arabs. We all got melanin in our skin. So the heat, it's like it is what it is. But yeah, it's too hot and Dar, and I love it. I don't have to see a whole lot. They deep in Zanzibar though. It's deep in Zanzibar. That's why I would never live in Zanzibar. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's like Hawaii. It has that beautiful island, probably like Mauritius, the island tropical vibe, but it's way too many white people for me. Way too many. I've been there 3 times, and after the 3rd time, I said I won't be coming back here. I can't come back here for years. I need a break. And they didn't say nothing. They nice, they quiet. They ain't like the ones in the US that always in your business caring and saying stuff. But I don't want to be around. I'm sorry. I want to be around my people. It's time that I decide that I want to be around who I want to live around. Is something wrong with me wanting to be around all Africans? Is something wrong with me wanting to only live around people who look like me? Is that wrong? I only want that. That's all I want. That's when I know I find my peace. I find my happiness. I find my just serenity around nothing but Africans as far as your eyes can see. Don't go to the beach on the weekend. Don't go to the public beach. You're going to see Africans as far as your eyes can see. So many. And you're going to be feeling like, I was feeling like, did I just go to heaven? That's what I was literally thinking. Like, am I in heaven? This how heaven going to be. Africans as far as your eyes can see on the beach. They don't be swimming though. They just go. They be all dressed. They don't like do nakedness here. It's a modest country. So they don't be in swimsuits, but they be on the beach with the kids. And it's just amazing. It's wonderful. It's so wonderful. Something I ain't never experienced till I came here. Greetings, JK. Greetings. Welcome. Okay. All right. YQ, right. You got that right. Trying to get professional equipment shipped there now to set up shop. Oh, that's going to be so expensive, Sons 360. take the heat. Yeah, Sharice, yeah. The heat can be a little bit, but they got other places here, in Tanzania that's cooler. Arusha, a lot of that's a tourist spot. It's cooler. It's biblical and scriptural based on. Yes, that's right. YQ. Nothing wrong with that. Right, right. Some people don't understand it, but when you've been living in a oppressed society where you've been oppressed all your life, and you don't get to leave and taste a different life until you in your 50s. Well, the first time I came to the country, I was in my 40s, but in your 40s, and you see all these black people as far as your eyes can see. When I went to Ghana, I was in shock. The whole airport was African. And when I say African, in Ghana, they is black. They dark skinned. And so I was one of the lightest ones everywhere we went. But it was beautiful. It was so, I was just standing at the airport just looking around like a child in a candy store. I couldn't believe how many Africans, as far as flying a plane and everywhere, pilots and airline stewardess and ticket agents, everybody was black, African, dark skin. I was in heaven. I was in heaven. And then when I came out of the airport in Ghana, the heat hit you, because Ghana's hot too. Ghana, in certain seasons, it feels hot like Dar. When I came out that airport, that heat hit me. It reminds you of like the heat down south in the States. You go to some of them southern countries and it's like Alabama, Mississippi is hot, or some, maybe even some parts of Texas. But the heat hit you and you could just smell the air. I was just at home. That's the only thing I could think of. I was just, and they had the fresh people cutting the mangoes and the pineapples. Ghana, yeah, I fell in love with Ghana. Every hotel we went to, everybody was African. Everybody was dark skinned. They're dark skinned. Like, so I was always the lightest one, but they never called me Obruni, because Obruni is like white person. They never called me Obruni. First of all, they can look at me and tell I'm not Obruni, but I had an afro at the time too, so nobody never called me Obruni. They was nice to me. They was always saying, Akwaba, welcome home. They was saying, welcome home. It was amazing. I loved Ghana. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I love Ghana. If someone's coming to Masaki, what is the name of the airport? If you come into Dar es Salaam, you're gonna come in Julius Nyerere Airport. That's the first president. He was a Pan-Africanist. It's called Julius Nyerere Airport. And then Masaka is one of the cities, but it's not an airport there. So you fly into the airport in Dar in a certain area, then you drive to Masaki, which is around the peninsula. So you're going to drive like 45 minutes to get to Masaki. Yup, Suns 360, yup. They paused air after the strike. They paused flights. The U.S. paused flights with all the U.S. air lines, like American, United, what's the other one? American, United, and Delta. And the Middle East, they closed the airspace. So yeah, a lot of flights are going to be canceled, rescheduled. They said pause, but I say cancel, because how long is it going to be paused? What you waiting for Iran? Or how long you going to be waiting to see what Iran do? So yeah, it's just not safe because of the missile situation, I guess. From there, and their very light skin complexion. Okay, they were the first African people I've seen so light skin. Yes, Anika. Yes. When I went there, I know I went in 2019 during the year return, so a lot of us was just first going there. But everywhere we went, I was always the lightest person. But I was treated just as good as everybody else. I wasn't treated no different. Everybody was telling me Akwaba. They was welcome home. Like, they was greeting me. They was greeting me like, and you know what? Another thing with me is I notice people think I'm from South Africa a lot. When I go places, when they see me, sometimes if they don't know, they think I'm from Southern Africa somewhere. They always ask me, "Are you from Southern Africa?" So sometimes they think a lot of people think I'm from South Africa. Even Tanzanians, they be asking me, "Am I from South Africa?" Especially when I speak Swahili to them. They always think I'm like Kosa, the Kosa people in South Africa. So I get that a lot. So even if they see that, I think I'm like, even with Ghana, I think they might have felt like maybe I was Southern African. I don't know, because they always treated me nice. Nobody treated me. But when I was in Ghana, I was thinking maybe I should try other countries, because I was like, I love it here, but I don't think my tribe is here because I don't look like nobody. But then people was online before I went to Ghana. Or was it before I went to Ghana? No. After I came back from Ghana, I started befriending Africans on the continent. And a lot of South Africans were saying, "You look like us. You look Kosa. You look good." So I was getting that a lot, even from South Africans. They said, "I know a lady that looks just like you," or whatever. So I started researching the Kosa in South Africa. And I was amazed at how much I look like them. I was like, I look more like them than my sister. Me and my sister, we don't look alike, really. She looked like my dad. I look like my mom. But I look more like them than me and my own sister look alike. So I was like, maybe my tribe is there. So I scheduled a trip to South Africa to visit, and COVID hit. And when COVID hit, my flight was May of 2020. They kept canceling my flight, canceling. So we heard Magufuli. He was online and he was like, "The country is open. We ain't," how he was doing. He was like, "We ain't closing the country." And everybody was talking about him online, even though he didn't speak English. But people was translating, just like they do for Captain Traore. They was translating from Swahili to English so we could know what he was saying. And a lot of people like what he was saying. Like, he's standing against the West. We agree with you. And so everybody was like, "I think I'm going to go to Tanzania. I think I'm going to go to Tanzania." Yeah, I've been told I look Chaga too. I've been told that too, someone in Tanga. But once you speak English, they'll sue you perhaps. Yes, I get that, Nubian Pharaoh. I get that a lot. You look close to more Tanzania than Highland Tanzania. Also, you look like South African Kosa or Swana. And so I get that a lot. Nubian Pharaoh. I get that so much. And I feel flattered, y'all. But anyway, what was I saying? I got distracted, fam. I was saying something. So they started reaching out to me, the South Africans. They was like, "You look like us." Oh, no, Magufuli. So he was online talking about, "I'm not closing the country." So I asked Qatar. That's when I flew with Qatar, family. I flew with Qatar, and I asked them, I said, "Can you change my flight from South Africa to Tanzania? Because South Africa, I don't know when they're opening again." And they kept canceling my flight, but they didn't charge me to change it because they canceled my flight. So they said, "Oh yes, we can change your flight to Tanzania because we have a hub in Dar es Salaam." I said, "Great." Y'all, I was leaving in like a month. Not even a month. Was it a month? I was leaving in like 2 weeks. I didn't know nothing about Tanzania, y'all. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know the language. I didn't know T shillings. I didn't know nobody. I was just going. I was like, I'm going, because I was trying to get out the U.S. I was feeling like how people are feeling now. I was feeling like that in 2020 because of the COVID, and I was like, I was scared. I was feeling like people gonna like start dying. I was like nervous about that, and I just was feeling like I need to get out of the country. So that's when I went to Tanzania. That's when I came, and I didn't know nobody. I didn't connect with nobody. I didn't know T shillings. I didn't know Swahili, and I had to learn everything by myself. But I learned it. I learned it. No more need more sisters with that. Oh, mine is set out similar to yours. Our lives will be greatly accelerated. Oh, Sons 360, thank you. Before I took my DNA test, they all asked, was I Nigerian? Oh, Anika. Okay, was you Nigerian? And then guess what? My highest percentage of Nigerian. Oh, wow. Ghanaian lineage. Wow. Nika, some say most Americans, 30% more Europe than, that's right, that's not always the truth, because I can't believe how much, I cannot believe, I did not understand and realize how much I look like continental Africans, like in Tanzania and in South Africa, until Africans kept telling me that. So I was trusting their word over DNA. I never did a DNA test because I don't want nobody with my DNA. I'm real funny like that. I don't trust people and I don't want nobody with my stuff. So I didn't do it, but I trust what Africans tell me because they know your features and they can look at you and tell what tribe you're from. Like, I've been also in Tanzania, they also say I look Chaga. Like Nubian Pharaoh was saying, everything he was saying, they accused me of looking like Chaga. That's a tribe here in Tanzania at the foot of Kilimanjaro, and they're my complexion, because they say white skin, because they don't know light, in their vocabulary is they don't have like light skin, so they say white skin, but they mean light skin. That I have they say I have white skin, but they mean light skin. But just like how the Chaga does, Chagas are like my complexion, and even the Costas are my complexion. So that don't mean that because I'm this complexion that I'm white. That don't always mean that. And yes, I'm from the States, and you could have European DNA in there, but some people think that if we're from America and we're light skinned, that we are automatically half white. But that don't always mean that, because there are Africans on the continent that's the same complexion. Africans come in all different kinds of complexions. They don't always have dark. They like the olives. Africans are like the colors of olives. They can be dark, they can be light, they can go from dark to light, different colors. So we come in different shades. Lowest quote I received equipment was, yeah, so I love it. I love when people think I'm Mchaga, or they think I'm Twani, or they think I'm somewhere in South Africa, or they think it's another place that this brother said, it's three tribes that they said I look like here in Tanzania. So that being the case, my ancestors could have been the ones that was in the Arab slave trade, because the Arab slave trade was here in Tanzania before the transatlantic slave trade. And when the Arab slave trade was going on here in Tanzania, a lot of the Africans ran away from the east into Central, South, and West Africa. So not only that all of us come from West Africa, some of us could have started running and migrating from the Arab slave trade. So I think maybe that might have been for my ancestors because of the similarity of the way I look, but I don't know. But I do feel at home. I feel like maybe my ancestors sojourned over here somewhere in this region, because I feel so at home. I feel so attached to the country for some reason. And I've been to Zambia. I went to Ghana. I was going to actually move to Zambia. Zambia is nice too, family. Zambia is nice. It's developed. Lusaka, the main city, very developed, very developed. And it's mainly Christians there too. So I did like it, but it's not a coastal. It's landlocked. And I can feel the difference. The country is landlocked. They do have Lake Victoria there, but it just feels different. Zambia was more swampy to me, and they had a lot more mosquitoes to me. And it's not even as hot as Dar, but they had a lot of mosquitoes. I was getting bit like crazy. It's very swampy, but the city is very developed. Some people say it reminds them of Chicago, the suburbs of Chicago. I've never been to Chicago, but I have a girlfriend who say that Lusaka, Zambia remind her of the suburbs of Chicago, because it's very developed, very paved roads, signs. Lusaka, Zambia is a good place for people too, and they speak English too, and they dress like us too. So They like, it's almost like a mini Kenya, mini Nairobi type thing. So Zambia is also a good country. But when I was there, I was feeling like I miss Tanzania. It's crazy. I was there and I was trying to enjoy myself, and I couldn't think of nothing but getting back to Tanzania where it's warm. Because it was a little cooler, and the mosquitoes were atrocious. They was atrocious. And, but I was like, nah, I can't leave Tanzania to go to Zambia. I don't like it as much because the feeling, I'm a coastal. I could sit, because in Tanzania you can feel the breeze off the water. You can feel the palm trees. Like it's yeah, ain't no place like this place. It's tropical paradise. It's a tropical paradise, fam. Nah, I'ma stay in Tanzania. Zambia is a good. I've been recommending Zambia to some people though. Because Lusaka, Zambia is a very good country. And they're Christians, and they love the West, honey. So they ain't going to be beefing with the West. They like Kenya. Zambia is like Kenya, so they ain't going to have no problem there for you. I'm also leery of a country that just is in love with the U.S. I'm kind of leery of being in a country like that, too. Yeah, because I don't be trusting that, fam. I don't trust that. So, Tanzania is perfect. So, yep, family. So it's been nice talking and chatting. I got 22 people in this. Wow, thank y'all for checking me out. Anybody got any other questions before I go on and get off of this? Y'all been on this live for hours. Ain't got nothing to do though. I ain't busy. I ain't got nothing to do. Let me see what time it is. It's about 9. It's almost 10 o'clock. Y'all, it's almost 10 o'clock here. I've been on this live for a long time. I did eat before I got on, so I'm not really hungry. But yeah, I just wanted to chat with y'all. I hadn't done a live in a while. I was feeling kind of down about this war thing. Feeling bad for my people. I was like, Father, please do something. Like, that's how I be when I get in a situation where it seems hopeless. I just pray. I be like, Father, I don't even know what to pray for. I just be like, Father, please do something. Because I don't be knowing what. I'm sitting here and I don't know what can be done. I'm just like, please do something. Help our people, protect them, do a miracle, do something. That's all I was like that. I was feeling like, yeah. But just keep in prayer, family. Do what you can. Get your food items together, your water items, your masks, and just keep your family in prayer and stay encouraged and take care of your body. Don't let stress, don't let stress affect your physical body. Change your diet. Eat fresh fruit and vegetables. That'll help out. Exercise, help get rid of the stress and anxiety. So anyway, I'm going to end this live. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me here in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And I will do another live or another video in the next couple of days. Trying to think of what to talk about. Try to talk about different things outside of what everybody else is talking about, because people don't want to keep watching people talk about, well, some people might, but talking about the same thing. Some of us, we travel, right? And we're outside of the U.S. and we do videos, but a lot of us talk about some of the same stuff, especially when it's a lot of us in a country. And I try to be creative and think of other things that will interest people or things that can help people outside of what everybody else is talking about. So sometimes that's hard to come up with ideas, but that's why I started talking more about politics and stuff, because that stuff also will affect or impact us. And it's more of a reason why you need to come on and come visit. If you don't want to move, that's fine, but at least come visit and check it out to see what you feel or how you feel or what it got going on here. Whether it's here, go to Kenya. Everybody going to Kenya, y'all. So it's a lot of us in Kenya right now. People living their best life over there. Kenya too expensive for me, family. Nairobi, I can't afford Nairobi. I need to be in Tanzania. Nairobi is expensive. And Accra, Accra too expensive, Nairobi too expensive, and South Africa too expensive. Tanzania is perfect price. If I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna go to Uganda, where the T shilling, the value of the U.S. dollar is stronger than here in Tanzania. If I'm gonna go somewhere, Zambia wasn't too bad. The currency conversion for the Zambian kwacha, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't as good as Tanzania, but the prices are, the rents and stuff is cheap there too, just like here. So you can still live, pretty reasonable, pretty cheap in Zambia as well. They got really nice malls. Their malls are nice. They got so many, like 4 or 5 big, pretty nice malls, and like they look like malls in the West. They have high-end stores and everything. Nice cakes, pies. And I know it's a lot of foreigners in Zambia that own a lot of stuff. It is. And it's a lot of Chinese there. They got a whole freaking compound. They got a compound in Zambia where they only live. And they doing mining. Zambia got the mine, got the gold. They got the minerals. So they there doing mining. And you know how slick they are. How they be trying to be slick, sticky fingers. And because some people don't be strict on them. It's just certain countries starting to buckle down, and they starting to find out that they be like trying to steal and scam. But when these certain countries love the West and they down with the West, then people can get away with more because they're not watching them like that. They like these different foreign places. Like Zambia they love like foreign people. They like the U.S. They let the Chinese be in there. They be running them up. I don't want to be somewhere where these folks be running them up, but it's nice though. I ain't gonna lie. They built it up real nice. Lusaka is nice. It's nice. I've been there, and I was like, wow, this is nice. They even dress like us there. They sell our clothes there in the mall, stuff like hoodies and the sneakers and the jeans. Like they sell all the stuff like in the U.S. Zambia is a good soft landing for people if you avoid like a culture shock, because they have everything that we're accustomed to, like even the Airbnb I stayed in, it was set up like how we live in the West. They had a microwave in there. They had a shower with a tub. Was it a tub? The way the bathroom was set up, it was set up just like how one of our Airbnbs in the U.S. would be, and that's not like that in Tanzania. It's different. So in that aspect, I think Zambia will be another soft landing for some people. If they, if Kenya is a little pricey for them, or South Africa is a little too much for them, they can try Zambia too. Lusaka, Zambia. It's good. All right, fam. I'm gonna go. See you guys in the next video or the next live. Be safe, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Shalom, shalom, kwaheri. See you guys in the next one. Peace, family.